Yourself, Ray Kennedy.
They saw that.
Oh, we are live.
Now we are.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Our
Hello,
new mic
Facebook.
stands.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you
Welcome
what.
back.
We're fancy now.
I'll tell you what.
We're in the show. We're in the show.
Happy Gilmore 2 next Friday night. I'm
Yeah.
here. Are you here?
All right.
I can be
I know
here.
we're live, but I'm going to remind you, Mr. Mobile Head,
Do it.
you've got to talk right into these new mics.
Yes.
You watch podcasts every day, and you notice those guys are always right on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Locked in.
We don't
Gotta
have the
be right
budget
in
for the
there.
ones
That's how
where
I
you
got
can be all over
That's
the
how I
place, but right into the mic, in the center of the. There you
It's
go.
like a Tootsie Pop.
I
You don't
even
like
have to
listening
move.
to directives. I know that.
I like
He's got the Ray Kennedy. It lasts about 1 second when he listens to
I
you.
like to go Barry White.
Yeah.
Get in tight.
Oh, that's Brad.
That is Brad.
That is Brad.
That is
Kinda-
Brad.
Oh, 5 foot of the midget.
Man, I can't tell you guys the job they did last week with that preps with the media day, Brad.
Yeah.
Over at
Yeah.
$1.
Well, and the Buccaneers. Thanks to the Buccaneers for that. So we are
That's
live
awesome.
on Facebook. Getting ready to go live. All right, Mike.
On the Tampa St.Pete Sports Connection, live from Ferg's Sports Bar and Grill. And it's not the 19th hole. Well, it could be today if you were out
Yeah.
golfing and you wanted to come in here and get some air conditioning and watch the Opens on right now, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
The Open Championship in Northern Ireland.
Did you guys see the
Ah.
green? They got they're putting nets all on the roof over there.
Really?
Go look at
Oh,
it.
yeah. Did you
The
see
nets
some of
are-
those? I mean, we're talking about guys with
working.
a set of nads
They're
that
running
are
up
at the
Oh,
top
on
of there.
the trop.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see
there's
that, Joe?
Yeah, I saw
You
that.
see those guys up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting on the nets.
It
All right.
also looks like there's some construction.
I think
going
half
on
of
at
them were
Ferg's.
running from ice though.
Here
So.
we go, guys. Quit. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection this July 19th, live from Ferg's Sports Bar and Grill and our Ice Pick Vodka Body Armor Studios across from Tropicana Field, where Ray just gave us an update that they're actually working on the roof, folks, working on the roof right across from Ferg's in downtown St. Petersburg. I'm Mike Rickard, Ray Kennedy, Joe Geiger, baseball Ben Botham in the house, getting ready to do his new segment, and that is going to be cruising to Cooperstown. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. We got a jam show. We're going to be talking to Michael Lortz will show up here. He's the author of Curveball at the Crossroads. Reason we're bringing him into the conversation, and you guys can all pile on him, is he's from Tampa.
Mhm.
Used to write for the Times, and all along he's been a pro Tampa guy on this Rays move. So
Yeah.
he doesn't realize what he's walking into,
Oh, it's a yeah.
and he doesn't realize
and you're
that
putting
the
it between
passion
us.
that these two have. Well, the three of them. We got
Yeah.
3 generations that are just going to clean his clock today. But Michael's he's a good sport. He'll be in, and he comes with a lot of information. All right, and then we're going to talk to Sean Davis, the former head coach of the Northeast Vikings football program. He built that program from the ashes, and I'm sure you'd agree with that, Joel. I mean, he did a great job of turning the Viking program around. They're talking about doing the same thing with your alma mater, Boca Ciega. But Sean stepped down, and there's a lot of controversy, guys, and I think we can all agree in this Teddy Bridgewater issue down in Miami at Northwestern High School, his alma mater. And I'm bringing Sean into the conversation, and I can pull Ben in as well, is the obstacles that these high school coaches face in the issues with assisting kids that don't have great family life, but whatever the parameters are of the need. And these coaches are kind enough to get involved and try to help. And here's a multimillionaire who is a role model, and you've seen it all over media. We don't have to regurgitate it, but I want to talk to a guy that I saw many times walk in here with 6 to 8 of his players,
Imagine.
these young kids in his van. We're talking Coach Sean Davis in his van, and bring them down here to feed them.
Yeah.
And to make sure that they were getting to practice. And we can talk about that as well.
That rule's archaic, by the way. That literally archaic. Like you can see 20
He's not even on the staff. He's not paid.
Well, and let's go back to Jim Harbaugh, Michigan. It supposedly that because what they could get him for was he bought that guy a cheeseburger, and they still roasted him.
Well, you
on
know
that.
that's BS. There was a
Oh.
lot more than cheesburgers.
Yeah, there's
the Big Blue.
yeah,
but
there were
the
some green things with the
Yeah,
cheeseburger, and it
yeah.
wasn't lettuce.
oh, it wasn't pickles
It
either.
wasn't lettuce or pickles.
But here's the
Oh,
thing:
yeah, it was lettuce.
you got your guy. He's an Uber ride home for these kids. Talk about getting these kids home safely and still giving them time to do their homework and study for tests.
I didn't do the homework. Is Northwestern High School, is that a public school? It sounds like it.
I'll have to
Somebody-
check. I thought I read that
somebody
it was.
Google it. I
will
think it
check.
is.
I'll
Hey.
check.
Because then the question becomes, Ben Botham, trying to keep up with in the public school world versus the deep pocket, give anything you want private school environment that exists across America.
Boosters.
It exists across America.
Collective.
I did it
A collective.
in the
right?
2000s with my high school, my alma mater, where my
Yes.
sons attended, and they were a proud Catholic high school that was for decades successful. They were going on down times. I was fortunate to be in the sports business. I got them uniforms.
Nice.
I got them meals when they went out of town. You name it, I did everything within my capacity to make sure they were successful. It might be minute compared to some of the big boys, but I did a lot, and I was proud of it. And nobody said a damn word. No, if I was at the high school, West High School, oh my God, you'd been
Well,
castrated.
the thing I get back to is that we know it was more than just a hamburger, right? But that was
Exactly,
all they,
but
that was
it's
all they could prove.
BS.
But Coach Bridgewater's literally getting these guys Uber. He's not buying them Ferraris, doesn't line them up with leases. He's giving them Uber rides home so these kids can get home and be kids. I am talking right into it. I don't know what.
No, now you are.
Oh, okay.
And who are
Right.
the state champions year in and year out from down there, Joe?
In Miami?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell me.
Shaman Madonna.
Yeah.
You think
That's
those
always
boys don't
winning.
have everything they want, and you have to compete against them?
Mike, I got to be honest with you. The number one thing about being a teacher or being involved in any kind of program is you do not put kids in any vehicle that is not school approved. That's just a no brainer. No matter if it's an Uber, if it's your own vehicle, you can't put a
Sad.
you can't put a kid in your own car for any
There's
reason.
reasons for those rules too. I mean,
I-
there's a lot
I
of
get it.
reasons.
Like,
Yeah.
So that's if
Yeah.
that's why he was because I'm not super familiar with the story, but if he's giving kids rides, yeah, you're gone, buddy. Like that's a no-brainer. Like, you're an idiot if
Right.
you think that you're not going to get in trouble for that, because they tell you that day one.
But he's not an educator. He doesn't know
Doesn't
any
matter.
of that. I
Doesn't
gave
matter.
I drove teams for for a private school. I drove teams to tournaments, summer camps, you name it. I'm just saying, regardless of the regulations, it's not a level playing field, and you're well aware of that.
I'm aware of that. Yes, just you can't put kids.
I
in
do
a-
know if
in
there
a
was an
vehicle.
accident, there'd be a lawsuit. Too,
Oh, yeah,
you think?
They
Yeah.
wouldn't-
It's
So
game over.
you
Let
can
the kids
see.
drive themselves.
Right.
Like that's the only way to do it. The kids have to transport themselves, or you're in school approved transportation.
Well, we got a lot of time in the second hour to touch this conversation. But Joe, what was the score last night of your beloved Rays and Orioles?
Nice to see the Rays come back from the All-Star break. Got the win 11-1. First game off the All-Star break at Steinbrenner
go.
Field. 2 homers from Junior Caminero. The Derby didn't seem to hurt his swing at all. Comes back, hits 2 homers. Yandy Diaz with a grand slam to
Grand
break things
slammer.
open.
Yes.
Danny Jansen got one over the wall, and Taj Bradley, who the Rays have been rumored to maybe seeking trade offers, either increased his value or tried to say, hey, don't trade me, because he went 6 shutout innings last night for the Rays.
So no more skies following you three?
No, this guy was very much falling,
It
and
fell a little bit last night.
That's because you
valid-
went out of town and you didn't
Valid
support
opinion.
him.
mean,
I was
Joe.
Mr. Positive through this whole
You
thing.
actually were.
I was the only positive one here on that. But I think that this is a great sign that the Rays are bouncing back after this. They're hitting their stride. They're figuring it out. They're starting to swing the freaking
The
bat.
offense was nice.
Well,
The
like,
offense
yeah,
was
that's
nice.
beautiful.
The All-Star
Yeah.
break came at the perfect time. I mean, they were struggling so bad.
Yes.
The sweep to the Red Sox in 4 games. So it came at a good time, sort of reset, refresh, and they looked like it yesterday.
Yes, they did. Michael Lort's in the house. Of course, I mentioned him in the opening. He, of course, is
This is the guy.
he's the author of at Curveball at the Crossroads. We're bringing him in to get slaughtered today because he lives in Tampa, and you got to talk right into that microphone, my man. And he of course is a proponent of moving the team to Tampa.
What are you accusing me of here?
Well, because of the fact you live there, it's going to be closer for you.
Okay.
It's a selfish decision, but
Okay.
make sure you talk nice
Yep.
when we bring you in. So we'll be talking to him. No, last night, great to see. 11-1,
Yeah.
the enthusiasm back in the
Three hit shutout.
and
which is nice.
the Rays fan base. And you know what, Ben, I'm still stunned that you were actually in the face of adversity.
That is quite
Mhm.
surprising, I will say.
Yeah. Hey, I'm okay losing a couple games.
It's going to happen. I
It's
mean,
bad play.
it's baseball. You can get as hot as you
Yes.
can, like the Rays were, and you can get cold just as much. So that's just the sport, and the
Mhm.
Rays were in a hole, and hopefully they're finding their way out of
And
it.
the fact that they scored 11 runs, because a Rays thing.
Can't you just distribute them a little further though?
Well, that's
other
what I'm
games.
saying, right? Not we win 1-0.
Feast or
tonight,
famine,
it's still a
man.
win. But the fact that the offense got going, because that was what was missing so much over that former week when we went and bounced out, was that offense seemed to have gotten lost. And we're like, will they find it coming out of the second half? Well, at least we know they know where it is. I don't know if they've gotten it consistently yet.
And it's nice for the bullpen to not.
Oh.
I mean, when they have a 10-run lead,
Well,
11 ones, 11 to
Nice to
nothing
bring
lead.
Boyle in
It's nice
as a let's bring Joe in.
Hey,
for a
that
minute,
kid's
you
a
know?
stud.
He
He
is.
is.
I like his. I mean, but they're trying to figure out what his role is going to be for his team. Maybe a big middle reliever. In
Yeah,
this
they
staff.
kept him on the team as a long reliever. Apparently, Rasmussen is on some sort of pitch limit. Obviously, he's had 3 surgeries. So I think what they're going to do, what they used to do with the opener and Ryan Yarbrough and Ryan Stanek and Romo, like they used to do, they'll bring in Rasmussen as the opener for the first couple innings if he is on a pitch limit, and then let Boyle come in and pitch innings 2 through 6, 2 through 7 if he can, and then try and use the bullpen to finish off a game.
And did I just see McClanahan pitched 3
McClan-
or 4 innings? In
Yeah,
minors?
he's pitched twice in Durham.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, they've both been good starts. His velocity's there. So, I mean, they'll probably have him down there for 3 or 4 more starts probably just to be sure. But McClanahan should be back at some point. And then the Rays have to make a decision what to do with their rotation.
Taj is the guy.
It seems like it unless – I don't know. We'll just have to see have to see how he
What
does.
what
right.
what do they need? Why would they get rid of one of these great arms, Ben Botham?
Hey, I've been yelling to get rid of Taj Bradley for years.
It's
you guys can't I've never been hot on the guy.
There's too many arms is the problem. And if we
I don't
could
think I don't think that's ever a problem.
I know, but if we could trade a starter,
For a
which
bat,
we're going to have 6 of, to get a strong relief pitcher, which the team needs right now, I'm not opposed to
So
it.
what if the new ownership does come in and they call the Braves and they say, we'll give you Taj in a trade for Acuna, bring him here for the bat for the run.
Yeah,
Done deal.
I don't mind.
Yes,
That would be the
absolutely.
way.
Done deal.
Okay.
Make a
Jersey
splash.
sales.
Okay.
I think it's gonna
thank-
be way more than Taj Bradley for
Yes, it would be a lot
Yeah,
more.
probably Taylor
Lot more.
Walls will be thrown in there.
Oh yeah. I think he sweetens the pot,
Now
really
you
pushes
solved your
it over
problem
the
at
edge.
shortstop too. So there you go.
Yeah, no.
Well,
That guy
I think
sucks.
you got to start.
welcome to the Tampa St.Pete Sports Connection fantasy land.
Yeah.
Because
Hot
that's
stove
never
league
going to
here.
happen. Well, you never know with new ownership.
Well, they said, the thing is,
The
that-
rules of engagement will probably change with some deeper pockets
and I keep hearing
that want to move the team to Tampa
Oh.
and want to make an aggressive move.
I see you transitioning, but yeah, the Acuna's a
I'm a-
Tampa guy, right? So
You
the word
think for
is-
1 second I'm a Tampa guy
No, we got.
Yeah.
when I can actually hobble across the street
Well, let me
to
ask
see the
this-
Rays?
Can I ask this Tampa guy something off the fly then, real quick?
Sure,
right
yeah.
Be
there?
careful.
Okay, I didn't watch the last night's game was on WTOG, so I can see it. I don't have the FanDuel network, but I'm watching the.
You could have come over, Ray.
Oh, I know, Mike. But every time I come over,
We could add popcorn
wake
and
up on
some
someone
sodas.
I wake up on someone else's couch with a headache. I don't know what happened the night before. I appreciate you. This guy, easy, Bill Cosby. What I'm asking though is that I saw innings 6, 7, 8, 9. There weren't a lot of people there. There weren't, and I'm just saying they might have bailed out for a Friday night.
Yeah, what was the attendance last night?
Well, no, they sold 75,000 seats. Is what
Okay.
they'll tell
Yep,
you
yep.
is the actual butts in the seats since the team's been there this year. There's been some great games. There's been good support. There's been a good vibe.
right?
Let's be honest. It hasn't been a shutdown like people standing on Del Mabry trying to get over the fence like they said it was.
Well,
gonna be,
people weren't
was it?
buying tickets because they thought they were in a slump, and that's
It's all the
bandwagon
old-
riders.
It's all the old people that leave at 9 o'clock.
Hey,
hold
hold it on the old. I went to bed at 2 a.m. and
Was-
I'm here doing the show, aren't I?
Was it, you
Or
saw the
maybe
game
it's
early?
'cause-
Was there a lot more people in the stands, or was it just how it was in the sixth when I finally turned it on?
No, there's a lot of
What's
people
the
there.
problem,
Okay.
Ben?
I think
Ben's
Ben's having a
attendance
hard
been
time
pretty
being
decent.
quiet.
Sorry.
Tampa ain't a baseball city.
Whoa!
I hate Tampa.
Oh,
Tampa-
All right, I'm leaving.
Let's
No,
go.
Mike, it was fun.
Let me let you
I
guys
told
know.
you
this.
you're
Mike, it was fun.
I despise the city of Tampa. I'm just gonna put that.
you
out
like the
there.
El Lopez Museum? That's baseball.
That's Ybor
yeah.
City, slightly different.
Which is where the Rays are going.
Stop. That doesn't make it
They're
any
saying
better.
Channel Side.
I
So-
notice how the museum promptly closes at like 6 o'clock. It's not open till 1 o'clock in the morning. Come bring your kids. Come bring the family on down to
For a nice
happy old Ybor City.
nice family shooting.
We're gonna take you down to the port. That's where we're gonna go put the stadium. That is the most asinine idea ever.
I'm not
You-
a fan of the port. Not
you-
a fan of the port.
You have a
idea.
safe, friendly, already existing location where, hear this out,
They need
guys.
to beat the drum on this safe.
Yeah, and hear me out on this. When you're building a franchise from the start, guess what? You're not going to have homegrown fans because you just built the franchise.
Right.
We've been here for 30 years in this spot. Guess what? People start growing up here. People start becoming lifelong fans.
You guys are two examples.
And in the next 20 years, I know that sucks from a money-making standpoint. You're like, oh, I want to make money now. If you wait 20 years, you're going to have hardcore fans that have grown up with this, that are now having kids of their own and taking them to the games. We're already starting to see this. But if you do this in Tampa, you lose all that. These people in Tampa, they're from New York. They're from all over the place. There's no locals in Tampa. They're all these yuppies.
And you guys
from
lose
up
credibility
north.
because you're
Tampa.
Mets fans. You were Mets
I
fans
am not a
before.
Mets fan.
Bandwagon riders.
Tampa
I
sucks.
have a-
They're not friendly. They're not nice people. It is the worst part.
New York is the same way.
Yes, because they all
And
moved
people-
down here.
No, but people go to Yankee Stadium. They're New Yorkers are horrible people.
And in this corner,
wait, how-
Michael Lords.
how-
His
how
opponent,
old-
Yeah,
Ben
when
Botham.
is my 2 minutes?
How old are the Yankees?
Hey, there's gonna be a fight.
How old are
When is my 2 minutes
How
here?
old are the Yankees?
The Yankees are, I don't know,
Over
old.
100 years
Sure.
old?
Ben,
How old are the Rays? Barely.
But
Ben.
They're not
Tampa
even
and St.
30.
Pete, like
Hey.
your argument works for Orlando.
let our guests reprise.
You don't move to Orlando because you have to rebuild the whole fan base. I understand your argument, top to bottom. If they think, oh, we're going to move it to Orlando, we'll still have fans. No, you won't. You're rebuilding the fan base from scratch.
Mhm.
If you move to Tampa, however, I don't think you're rebuilding the franchise from scratch, your fan base from scratch. You are rebuilding the Monday through Thursday average season ticket holder. Like your money, especially Monday through
Because
Thursday.
of proximity.
Not,
Because
Peter,
of
not Peter
proximity.
Gallenbach. He's
Hun-
not renewing it.
Who?
Peter Gallenbach.
Okay.
He's
one
not.
person.
America's author.
But you're going to get somebody who lives in the new buildings there in downtown Tampa,
Mhm.
who might have grown up. You
Yeah.
can do a 1-for-1 swap for Peter.
Yeah,
Like,
you-
all right,
you-
well, like one fan for one fan. Somebody in Brandon is going to buy season tickets because they grew up with the Rays, the Devil Rays into the Rays. So 1-for-1, that's a very small sample size. I know you understand small sample sizes.
Well, okay. You're going to get the yuppies from New York that live in these new $3,000 studio apartments in Tampa.
Right. The
And
vibe
they're
is going to completely
And
change.
they're going to go to 2-3 games.
which is what's been going
But
on
that's
over
all you
here for a
need.
decade.
It's
The
not
vibe-
all
you
you
need
need.
2 to 3 games. You
you
need
need real fans.
no, you need 500,000 people to go to 2 to 3 games a year.
I
That's
don't-
1.5 million right off the top.
I don't think that you get that.
You don't think you get
I
500?
think
I
I
think
think they
that
get
the
it
numbers are
initially,
fake.
don't you guys?
Oh, of course,
They'll get it initially. New stadium, new area.
5 years
People
after.
want to see it.
And then the proof's in the
But-
pudding.
Yeah, but
Right.
but then it really just depends on ownership and how the team's performing.
And I'm
I mean,
not
that's
saying-
the
Commitment,
biggest,
yeah.
that's the biggest thing. And
I'm not saying
when the Rays are good, it's full on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give you. They do have a problem, obviously, with
Or the
opposing
Red Sox
fans,
come to
and that's
town.
going to happen just wherever we are. I mean,
Right.
look at the Bucks and Lightning, good fan bases, but when the Lions come into town or the Bears, a ton of people come in from those areas.
Packers.
Same
Right.
with when original 6 teams come in to play the Lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning have a great fan base, probably the best in Tampa Bay, but there's still a buttload of fans of those teams there. So you're going to have that problem in Tampa Bay, no matter where you play.
and we still have the fact that if Tampa packs out every weekend, we know that 75% of those people they want to be right here, right? They want to come to the beaches. They want to be in Pinellas County. My point is that for an ownership group that's going to pay $1.7 billion, which is arguably $400.5 billion or $1 million more than they're worth actually by Forbes, and they're going to try to build a $2 billion stadium, and you got to get the land, you got to get the tax variances, you got to get the community investment taxes. How many guys? Let's say they go from averaging 17.5 over here to 22.6 over there over the course of a season. How many years, guys? And here's your SAT question: will it take an ownership to make up for the cost of that $2 billion stadium, that $400 million overpurchase, and then hope that the fans do turn out and your team is great?
And that's if you increase salary from, I don't know if it's $100 million payroll to almost
Increased
$200 million.
salary, that's more to pay.
$200 million
for.
payroll.
And then, so if it's if it happens, I'm sorry, cut you off. But when it's happening on that side, it's a remarkable thing. They're going to build an entertainment district. There's going to have Mickey Mouse. It's going to come dance with Shamu and all.
I think they're going to build the batteries. What
Well,
their
but
model
over
is.
here we had a battery, but over here
Exactly.
they called it a land grab. But in Tampa, they're selling it as what?
That's because Daryl Shaw owns all of Ybor and has greased the wheels.
So he's the one who's
Yeah.
taking the land grab. Well, he's got the
Yeah.
land, but he's getting a lot of infrastructure put in his
So
land.
explain to the audience that doesn't
Okay.
understand Tampa.
Daryl Shaw is the investor that's bought probably about half of Ybor City. in the last 15 or so years. He's building a whole section.
Is he on that spot down there on Channel Side they're talking
I
about?
believe so. I believe.
No, I did see that. That was his name. Yep.
Yeah, Daryl Shaw, I think, is getting that whole port network, that whole port area. He owns what's the gas works area that they're rebuilding.
That'll be good during the flood.
Yeah, it's the environmental impact on that or whatever, they're going to have to worry about all that. But he's going to connect Ybor to downtown by putting in a bunch of high rises. So he's already on the hook for that. He's already he owns all this other property. He did the swap where the police station's moving out of Ybor because they put the police station, they blocked
too many shootings. The cops had to move.
Well, it's because of the way the roads are built. There's not like a good way to go point A to point B because they put the police station, they close the road and build a police station. So they're moving the police station to another location in order to get a better throughway through Ybor.
Because it's right next to the Al Lopez Museum.
Right.
Yep.
And it's not easy to get around to.
No.
Like it's
between
not.
the one-way roads and everything like that.
And the shooters know that. They know they got time. They got time to get away.
I haven't been to Ybor since the last time I almost got killed.
I saw.
I'm sure it'll be nice.
I saw a TikTok clip or some kind of viral video of people in a street fight using their fists in Ybor. And they were like,
That's
oh, my
unusual.
goodness. They were like, oh, this is an improvement.
Well, actually, they were two 75-year-old Cubans, and they were swinging cigars at each other. But either way,
They were
hey,
flicking
hey.
their ashes at each other.
Light on the ethnicity. I'm looking for more audience, buddy.
I just rolled us in half a Tampa, baby. Let's go.
So right, you were saying how long does it take them to recuperate their dollar?
Well, because it
And-
sounds like a land grab over there, just like it was over here.
I agree with
Okay.
you.
Sorry.
I think that it's going to be interesting to see how they all do this.
Right.
But I think the question is, now that there's new ownership and everybody's expecting all this, hell, even the new stadium, where is it going to be? We have this 2026 lockout that is looming.
Oh.
Does it happen?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, wait.
Sounds like it.
Let's get
But-
this topic done, then we'll go into that.
If you're going to pay $1.7 billion for a team, and then next year they're
Zero
they're
revenue.
going away, like there's no money because the Rays. Where's our income coming from? Our TV deals.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a majority of our money.
Right.
It's not ticket sales, but that's across the board. So I'd be reluctant to see, is this guy actually going to be able to follow through on building a stadium, or is he going to fall back and beg St. Pete for this back, because then he's not on the hook for much of anything.
Right.
And he owns the property.
That's
And you already own it.
That's what's nice about a new owner. If he does want it here, he has a better shot.
I don't think he
than
does.
Stu.
And
I
if
don't
he
think
and if
does
he
either,
and if
but
he's a bottom line
saying
guy,
if he can't get
he's
a
a bottom
deal
line
done
guy. He
in
wants to go
Tampa,
here, right, Joe?
If he wants to get a deal done, if he can't get a deal done in Tampa, he has a better shot
And Ken
at
Welch is
bringing him
saying
back here than
we are
anybody,
still in the
not
game.
Stu.
The people the gas plant people are still saying, we know we're going to get something great here for historical value, but we also know that our plans still include a possible stadium if
Yeah.
necessary.
or convention center.
I've seen a couple of talks though where they're just like, all right, if this doesn't happen, here's their alternative plans moving on beyond baseball. And those voices are growing louder and louder on here's the alternative plan. Do we just tell Major League Baseball to take a hike?
Well, no, but at the same time, those voices from the Dreamers are still remaining at a constant
Yeah.
hum. And it, like Ben just said, if 2026 rolls around and if you leverage yourself by paying $500 million too much for a team, and you're still trying to find $2 trillion to build a stadium, Orlando might be able to sweep in and kind of take. Because at the end of the day, let's say this: they want to keep it in Tampa Bay, but Orlando and Tampa Bay, it doesn't matter to Major League Baseball. If they're in one of those two markets, they own Central Florida.
I don't think that you can keep baseball in the Tampa Bay area without keeping the team in St. Petersburg with this looming crisis coming for baseball.
You know who I think
for baseball, how about from a selfish perspective, I keep promoting and telling all my potential prospects and corporate partners, don't worry, 2026, Fergs is alive and well with baseball again. And I keep forgetting about this labor issue. My God, that would not be good.
We've got
And
pickleball
the
callback.
I guarantee you the umpires are going to get in on this too. The All-Star game
Oh,
had
that
the
was-
automatic balls and strikes. I wanted to throw up.
Well, you probably threw up the entire All-Star game as much as you love that.
But he was
contest.
drunk. He was drunk though. So there's a reason for that.
I think
you
I was
almost had
sober
to-
that one.
You almost had to be somewhat inebriated. Did you get a chance to watch it, or you and your? He was on an Alaska cruise.
Made
He
sure
went to the Seattle park.
Yeah, very nice park, T-Mobile Park, very cool, very new. But yeah, we found a way to watch the All-Star game.
Very nice.
in Anchorage, Alaska. I thought the Rays players did very well in that game, besides the little swing off, but that's stupid. It doesn't count.
I hadn't been paying enough attention. I didn't realize that the swing off was the alternative in the event of a tie.
Yeah, I think that started a year ago. Obviously, it's the first time.
2022, I think.
Yeah, it was the first time.
But
it
I would
happened.
tell you, I wonder how this bet went down.
Oh,
Kyle Scherber, right?
Mhm.
It was plus 750 that he would hit a home run. So does that count? It was part of the. It started.
I
It was
don't know,
part of
but
the.
I think
it was part of the results of the contest.
I think the bettors should be mad at.
I bet the
about
gamblers
fact-
are like,
It has to be.
"Whoa."
the fact that he won MVP because of a swing off. I
Yeah.
think it means more for Alonzo Rucco, who hit big homers in the actual game off real pitches.
So
to
if you would
take
bet that on
MVP.
Hard Rock Bets, which way do you go, Ben?
I think that they just
They
probably
have,
give
they have
you-
to pay the bet.
I think that they just give you your money back
yeah,
because it's not a real the All-Star game.
They
is-
should have done their homework on the,
Well-
the entire solution.
Everybody was out. Nobody had any idea what they were doing with that swing off. I mean, there was no reason for Aranda to be in a swing off. He's not a home run
just,
hitter.
Aaron Boone. He's just an idiot.
It's so asinine that we've turned the All-Star game into a Savannah Bananas game.
Clown
I
show.
love it.
Clown show.
I
How
loved it.
are
you love it?
I love the swing off. It was the.
I would
slam
think the
dunk
guy that
contest.
wrote a baseball book
I
and
loved
loved
it
the purity of the game.
because you know what what one of the most
Ray, come
embarrassing
on, help me
moments
here.
in Major League Baseball history is Bud Selig throwing up his arms in the 12th inning of an All-Star game and being like, "Well, it's a tie." Like
That's
that's
true.
That's
the
it.
most embarrassing. So the alternative to it's a
Kiss your
tie.
sisters.
2008, they played 15 innings.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what they should
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Evan,
that-
Evan Longoria
going.
tied it up.
Like if
Yes.
then make sure that you have at least a knuckleballer on each staff.
Well, the,
There aren't that many in the league.
That's the problem.
It's
Hey.
a baseball game. Let
National
the
League-
game finish.
But if
the
it's
National League was out of pitchers too.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
cares? That's baseball. That's the game we've been playing for over 100 years.
I know you want to look at him when you're talking, but you got to talk. into
I
the
know.
mic.
I got to talk into the mic. I'll
You've
turn the
been
mic
on-
towards
you've
Ben.
been on
That's all right. I'll
You've been
talk in
on
his back.
enough to know that.
I want
Sorry.
to ask you a question.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, let Ray get in here a
No,
little
you're
bit.
good.
All right, hold on.
Okay,
Let's do this. All right, I'm bringing the
First
mic.
of all,
to
let
you.
me take care of a little business.
Hey,
You're,
hey,
li-
how you doing?
you're listening to the Tampa St.Pete Sports Connection. It's kind of a clown show, but it's a lot of fun right now. I'm Mike Rickard. We're live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill down here, 13th and Central. Where are we located?
Down on Central Avenue, just below 16th Street, in the Edge. District
That's
of
what I
St.
want to hear.
Petersburg. Yes,
That's
sir.
Ray Kennedy. Alongside him is Michael Lords. Baseball, Ben Botham, pretty soon going to be the Cooperstown Cruise. He's going to do a day-by-day analysis of his trip, and we should have had you doing that on your way to Anchorage, and that's Joe Geiger. We're going to be having a party for him, by the way, down here on the 1st of August, 2 o'clock. If you're a listener or you've
Yes,
been on the
sir.
show, you're all welcome. We're going to have a nice party down here, going away. There'll be a lot of crying, hugging.
Violence.
I know crying here.
But he's going to stay in our world because he's going to do a UCF report every
Wow.
Saturday.
We
Oh,
got
nice.
When we're on the Big 8, AM 820, we'll have our USF report, UCF report. No other station is giving some love.
Yeah,
to those guys.
Big brother, little brother report.
Exactly. I like that. Big brother, little brother. Anyway, brought to you by our friends at Body Armor, Coca-Cola Beverages, of course, Michelob Ultra. This coming Friday, we are having a bash out back. Doesn't matter if you're a golf fan. Happy Gilmore 2 is taking the world by storm right now. And it's going to be the premiere at 8 o'clock. We'll open our opportunities or long dive contests, raffles, supporting the first tee of Clearwater and, of course, St. Petersburg. And it's going to have an absolute bash. I was going to have it in our front room, the studio,
right.
and the powers to be at Ferg's said, let's do it outside, Jumbotron.
Might as well.
And we have a new Jumbotron down here
Yes.
that's killer. So it's free. Come on down, have some fun. We'll have some Tampa Bay specials and Michelob Ultra. Tampa Bay brought to you by Ice Pick Vodka, our good supporters as well. And we're going to be giving away Chichia Rodriguez golf
Ooh,
passes.
Nice.
We'll be giving away Bardmore golf passes. We'll be giving away the Mangrove Bay, the public course. We'll be giving away a lot of golf passes and having a lot of fun.
Good,
Oh,
because
good.
it's too expensive to play golf.
Oh,
It is not. You're part of the team.
I
You
just-
want to golf, all you do is talk to the old man here.
I just got a text from a buddy of mine, old high school buddy, Larry.
Hey, tell him there's a reunion down here today.
He's just this question. Hey, so there's a Dixie basketball reunion at Ferg's tonight at 5 p.m. Is Coach Healy will be there? And yes, Larry, we were just talking about Coach Healy before Coach Mark Ferguson came in here. We were talking about Coach Healy, talking about Dwayne Davis and the Hollins High basketball team back in
You guys are the Royals, right?
The Royals. And you know what? Royals, Rebels, it fits. They kept the same color blue, and it's Hollins High, not Dixie Hollins. But you know what? If that's what it takes, that's fine. It's like Coach said, though. It still says party for Dixie Hollins at 5 because that's the Hollins High party for Coach Healy.
And Ben, who's a Seminole Warhawk, didn't you tell me the history of Dixie?
It's the Dixie Hollins. They helped integrate Pinellas County.
Superintendent, yeah.
So I think it's a little odd removing it. If you want to switch them from
It's
Rebels
the world
to whatever,
we live in now. So
that's
BS.
fine. But don't get rid of the person's name. They helped integrate the stinking county. Like, bump the brakes.
Well, I got a question for this guy.
Uh-oh.
Since he's holding a
That's
microphone.
Michael Lortz.
Michael.
Now
He's
he's
holding
so
like
pissed
it's
off.
right.
I mean, he's holding the microphone.
No, I got to.
There's
You
no
know,
reason
getting
to go
comfortable.
round and round about Hillsborough versus Pinellas. Pinellas is better. I'm kidding.
I love Pinellas. I do.
He's
I really do.
he's not kidding.
But you are dialed in, and your book is great, by the way.
I appreciate that.
You sell more books over here.
Let me tell you what.
You know what? There's actually more bookstores in Pinellas.
Thank
than
you.
there is
Thank
in
you.
Hillsborough.
We know how to
More
read.
more
Put
cerebral
one up
people.
on the board.
It's more of an artsy.
More cerebral people.
Yes,
They teach us to read on this side.
Yes, they do. Pinellas people know how to read more.
Is there any doubt though the Rays are not going to come back here, no matter where they're playing in 2028, 9:30, that they're not going to come back here?
Oh, they're coming back here.
and we're going to close that baby off with the party she deserves, one way or the other.
So I got
Should blow that bitch up.
I got a theory. We should beg,
All
plead, insist on an all-star game in 28 and 20 or 29. Close
Okay. I
Tropicana
agree
Field
with
with
you.
an all-star game
Wouldn't that be nice?
because we are the market that has been denied an all-star game.
You finally
longer-
said something the guys
then-
like.
Exactly. We have not had an all-star game here ever. Okay.
Right.
No other major league market ever has been denied an all-star game
And we've
for
got-
longer than like 10 years.
We've got the beaches, the bay, all
Like,
stars.
There's
Well,
lots of beaches.
If you want to do
I
the home
see
run
on the
derby,
beach.
Yes.
look, I know Ben Botham's not a home run derby guy, but if you
Well,
want to do the home run derby in
I-
Steinbrenner because you're not messing with the D rings,
No,
then you do
No,
that.
That's part
I
of it.
love the home run derby.
If a kid can rob a home run in the home run derby, like
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
hilarious.
then they can hit the C and D ring.
So
and
Cam
it
Monero
counted.
did win that, right?
No, he still lost.
He still
They
lost.
counted it.
They counted it.
But
Yeah.
I think that
Joe.
threw off his rhythm. a
But
little
if
bit.
we got people, but I mean, Pete Alonso in a home run derby here in the Trop or in Steinbrenner Field or wherever you
Wow.
want to do the home run derby at, like you can put the home run derby in Ray J and then put the game in the Trop if people are complaining that much. But the Trop needs an all-star game.
Yes.
We've been denied Jerry Park had an all-star. The Kingdom had an all-star game. Like those are dumps.
But though, part of as they're finishing that new stadium, a la wherever, part of that's going to be a guarantee of an all-star in
Yeah.
30 or 31.
No,
which
too
I
late.
also
Too late.
get.
Too late. We should have an all-star game a
Well, no, I
long
get it.
time ago.
But
Yeah.
let's make sure between now and we do close the Gray Lady across the street down. Let's just make sure we're celebrating a championship in that stadium.
Oh, that'd be
And
great
then
too.
I'll take a push on the All-Star game.
But the thing about an all-star game too, if Major League Baseball is like, hey, you're getting an all-star game, St. Pete feels better about putting money into the Trop,
Mhm.
which they're going to do. But
we
then
feel
they
good about it anyway. Here's the thing I love. If-
they kind of drag their feet on. Do we really want to pay this
well,
off?
they had to.
They
I mean,
signed the deal.
They
There's no
did.
dragging the feet. They
They did.
put pen to paper. Stu dragged his feet. Don't sell out
Well,
St.
and remember, the
Petersburg on
reason
this
why
show.
the county drug their feet on the initial thing back in October was because they were still digging people out of rubbish. It's rubbish. So they're like,
Sure.
okay, we're just going to put this off for 40 days. Stu took it as a chance. He heard they're going to play in Tampa for a year, and he's got to see what that looks like. What he didn't realize, he's going to burn every last bridge he had to being able to
Oh,
stay owner of this team.
Yep.
But I think it can be a warm thing. But I got to tell you, I don't think that St. Petersburg is out of the picture yet. We got to see what can happen in Tampa, what kind of community investment taxes can be done, what kind of tax districts can be created.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they're already Shaw Hagan the other day is already saying, but we got to watch out for Orlando. You got to watch out for Orlando because he realizes that all the Ducks aren't not getting a row in Hillsborough.
Hagan has been wrong more times than any other politician on this issue in the last 20 years.
Ooh, true.
He has been absolutely wrong on everything.
And that's why I think there's a lot of momentum because the conversation's all about new.
Right.
Well, they're not examining, as we just
Mhm.
disclosed, the
History.
bottom line and the ease of the transition versus a build out.
I think that there's one other really possible option, and I think that is moving the team out to the fairgrounds. Because if you put it out in the fairgrounds, the Hard Rock's going to give you some money.
Yes.
Further for St. Pete
Hell.
to drive, though.
It is,
it
but
is.
but they access Orlando because now you're on I-4. You access Tampa, Braden. Like you can get
But
everywhere.
who goes Monday through Thursday?
It doesn't matter because you have the Hard Rock money.
Sure.
I think that's
And you got the
I
TV
hate
money.
I hate that's the answer.
The
but it's
Seminole
truth.
tribe gets involved, and I think the Seminole tribe is probably sitting on billions.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just asked for a mere $40,000 recently. We'll see what that happens for.
You know, and then you put a sports book in the stadium.
Yep.
Like you really integrate gambling, and I know Major League Baseball is going to jump on that.
Can
like,
you believe
know,
we're talking like that?
the ghost
Can
of
you-
Joe Jackson doesn't like that, but that's about it.
Pete Rose.
Can you imagine if they actually go and recreational legalize the peace pipe? I mean, we could be sitting on billions and billions of dollars,
Yes.
fellas. I'm moving to
The
East
peace
Tampa.
pipe.
And-
The Seminole Peace Pipe
Yeah.
distribution
Oh, there-
center,
there
right
goes-
next to the gambling center.
There goes-
Nothing like Sodom and Gomorrah the same time, right in
You know,
America's pure pastime.
And there's your Hard Rock commercial.
I hate that's a legitimate reality.
right.
And can I send that audio clip over?
honestly,
A
I'm
video
sure
clip?
that'll help our cause.
I-
Hey, if you're smart, don't even worry about it.
Yeah. I think that is a very possible future, though.
I
If
see
you
it.
see a team in Tampa, I
Peace
think
pipe-
that
peace
has,
pipe weed.
unfortunately, I think that has a better chance of happening than over at the port in
Sure.
Ybor.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
I would
I agree.
take West Shore. That's awfully close.
West
Just
Shore.
a-
Which part of West Shore?
West Shore where the mall, they're tearing them all down. All they're going to keep
Right.
is they're going to
Oh, yeah,
keep
the mall.
Maggiano's and that. They got that literal. There's like
I don't think
60
that's 80
right there.
acres.
I
I don't
need
think
80. If you got parking's going to be a big deal, but at
parking would
Tampa,
be
parking's
terrible.
going to be.
It's terrible right now. The
And-
Emily,
And that whole intersection where the airport is and the Veterans Expressway,
that's backed up all the time.
mountain is-
that's just
We got a big parking
horrible.
lot
Right.
over here. It's this big,
Big
concrete
parking lot.
slab
Yeah.
right behind us
With a
for
big-
parking for
with
the
a fishbowl.
cars.
Yeah.
You know, it's really an interesting concept that a lot of teams don't understand. And when people actually come here, they're like, "Holy crap, you could just park here!"
Whoa.
But when you go down to Miami and you got to park in somebody's front lawn and they have 12 people there,
true, I
nobody
did
says, "Hey, let's move Miami Marlins."
Scanning the
It's
VIN,
ridiculous.
scanning the VIN number off your car
In
so they can grab
The
it later
catalytic
on.
converter's
At
gone.
Wrigley Field, we had,
Exactly.
Wrigley Field, we had to park at a high school and take a bus to the
Hey,
stadium.
do not badmouth. In fact, that's part of the
That's
process.
Wrigley
Part
Bill
of
for
the
you.
stupidity.
That's
building a
part of-
ballpark in the middle of
Same thing at Fenway. Those are old parks,
Ugly.
but don't ever.
You know what?
My
blaspheme.
lovely
Don't you blaspheme?
Wrigleyville, that area is cool. You got to admit it.
And yeah,
And you have
It
to
is
take
cool.
you have to take the L.
Wrigleyville
It
is
is
cool.
So what?
Fenway
Get,
is
get
a
a
dump.
tetanus shot.
but the sadness
I
is
love watching a game with a pole right where the pitcher's mound is.
Well, hey, that's your fault. You got those crap seats.
You're right, because the ones below them are like $400.
Why do you think Harry Carey was drinking so much beer? He couldn't see the game. The
Hey,
poor guy
God
was
rest
trying to
his
get
soul.
reported.
I never told you
I
the story. I
kid.
went to his funeral. Crashed his funeral.
What?
Absolutely, 1998. I told you the story. I crashed his funeral, and
I didn't know that. You've not told me this
I,
story.
I'll share that story a little bit later on. But I crashed his funeral
Okay.
and sat down with Billy Williams and Ronnie Sano. I had still
Ron
had my
Santo.
card as the director of sales and marketing for the AAA club, as well as assistant GM. So I kept those cards to see if I could use them from time to time.
Yeah.
I was in town for Bulls game, and I discovered the hotel I'm staying in. Next day, Harry Carey's getting. I said, "We're going."
Wow.
Told my
Holy
boy,
cow.
I told my boys with me exactly. I told my boys we're going, and we're dressed up like schlubs because we're just going to go hit the town. Stood in the back, and we were there. I got the pictures to prove it. It was a great day.
I want to finish a thought if I can, and then I'll be done on this. I'll get it on my system. You talked about the buses to Wrigley. You talked about the way teams travel to see their teams play, whether it's
Trains to
trains,
Wrigley.
the L, everything, right?
Yep.
I'll admit, I'm a Pinellas County citizen, but for my entire last 27 years, in my heart of hearts, I hope for all of our Hillsborough County friends that came across that bridge that they would soak in a little bit of the salt air, a little bit of the beaches. They'd come over and put their toes in the sand, or they'd have a dinner. I kind of hoped it would be like that. Monday through Thursday, it's not like that. But I will say this. We got 4 more years or however long it takes to get that stadium filled out, even though we do not yet know where that road takes us. If they are back for just 4 more years, please, everybody, come enjoy it. Get a room on the beach. Take the sun runner. Put your toes in the sand. Don't be rushing back at 6 p.m.
Come to Ferg's and hang out for 3 hours.
Because that's what it's supposed to be. That's how baseball would be if it was in the spring. Because we'd be walking around the streets wasting time. It's the summer and it's hot, but you can still have that experience.
That Wrigleyville vibe.
St. Pete's got a lot going for it. This area's got a lot going for it. All the breweries and the restaurants and all that stuff. And Ferg's, this is the place to be before and after the game. No doubt about that. And, in the last 10 years, 15 years, all the other little breweries, if Ferg's gets too full, you got Green Bench a block away.
This entire area.
Yeah, you've got a lot of places you can come in and enjoy a great day of the vibe of baseball. Monday through Thursday, it's a little bit of a rush job. Getting across the bridge, everything like that.
Any major market it is on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Well, yeah,
Monday,
but not for me, because I usually come down here on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, and I usually start at Detroit Liquors on Little Beach Drive and First.
you buy your
two
little
tall
flask
boys,
there.
buy my two tall boys. Then I'll stop on the way.
Don't
over
divulge
here.
all this over the
But
air,
what I'm
please.
saying, here's my thing is, I am actually excited about what getting Hard Rock in would mean for us to have a stadium, because it would undoubtedly be state of the art, which hopefully it is. But I'm not going to have that build out that St. Pete's been building out for 25 years since we got the team. Because you just described those restaurants and those pubs and breweries. The thing is, we've finally gotten to a place where why wouldn't you want to come see a baseball game, regardless of how hard it is to get on the train across to Howard Franklin?
Destination location. Now you got these hotels going up.
Right.
Now
all
over
around
in
us.
Hillsborough, I'm not going to get that. I'll have Hard Rock, and I'll have a guy selling a hot dog. So when I'm parking out there next to the strawberry farms. But I mean, wherever it goes, it's not going to look like the baseball I've come to recognize here, Ben. And that's what's going to break my heart a little bit. Hopefully, we got at least 4 more years, if not more, to have it.
Sure.
Yeah. In fact, you young guys aren't worried about it, but 4 years is a long time in the old man's life.
I would also, if the team moved out of Pinellas County, if I was Pinellas County, I would campaign for a spring training team again. I would, or a minor league team or something like that.
I would campaign for the Supreme Court to put an injunction
Correct.
against it, right, Ben?
I would actively petition.
Get Trump involved.
I would petition the Supreme
call
Court
him. He wants
to
it.
remove the antitrust laws that protect Major League Baseball instantaneously. And I would immediately become a Philadelphia Phillies fan the day that they strike any deal with a stadium outside of the city of St. Petersburg, Florida. I will be there. I will tie myself. January 6th will be a figment of people's imagination after that. I will storm Tropicana Field.
Okay.
I will.
I'm with
Mike,
you, Ben.
you're going to have to bail me out of jail. I don't care what it takes. I will make sure. Well, because now Stu's off my #1 most wanted list. Now that he's selling the team, he's off the list for right now.
Right.
And this new guy,
He's #1.
Yeah, he's
better be
teetering.
right.
He's
better be
being
right.
watched right now. I'm watching everything. We're keeping an eye
I'm
out.
watching you, buddy.
Well,
From the bushes with binoculars.
We do know one guy that is part of this ownership group, and he grew up in Tampa, and he's been on my On the Tee Florida show. In fact, he's over at the Open Championship in Northern Ireland, and that would be the chairman of the Masters, Fred Ridley. He's a diehard Tampa Bay native. He played golf at Florida. Very successful businessman, obviously, and to be at the helm of Augusta gives you his pedigree. But he also has some deep pocket friends all over the country. But he's pro Tampa, and with Fred as a mouthpiece, which I doubt he will be. I talked to John Rager about it, who's a good friend of his, my partner on the Tee Florida, and Fred Ridley, is involved in some other sports projects, but his heart is literally in Tampa. I mean, that's just the passion of growing up there.
Hearing him be,
I'm saying that's another negative for St. Pete, because this guy will be pushing hard.
Well, he can push all he wants.
Well, it gets me thinking about
I don't
Tarpon
care.
Woods. Most of your great golf courses are actually on this side of the bay and heading north up toward Pasco County. So, I mean, I thought about that too. I'm like, he's definitely tied into golf. And he's done a lot with not Campbell Park, but there's a golf course.
Hey, the
over
two
in
biggest
Tampa.
events are here in Pinellas County. Valspar, of course,
Yeah.
that on the PGA, and the LPGA, the Annika, driven by Gamebridge. So that gives us street cred there too.
And the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection.
And the great golf courses over there,
Yeah.
are all snobatoriums.
Yeah.
They're
That's
all.
Tampa for you.
There
It's
you
Snob
go.
City.
Okay. And that was the perfect circle.
Well, I don't care if they're listening because they're not spending any money with me. The municipals, the ham and egg courses, Mangrove and Chi-Chi, and those are the guys spending money. I mean, not the Palmaciestas over there,
Well, and again, it wasn't the pandering. The only thing that drives me the craziest, again, I tied into on the other thing, is when you're looking at what it's going to take for Shaw to give up that parcel to tie it all in, like you said, Michael, he's like to tie it, and it makes a great sense because Channel Side is a little jolly.
Doesn't make sense during a hurricane.
And there's a jolly trolley that you can take through, and you go through, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. It brings you out in Ybor. But the truth of the matter is, it makes sense. But it's a lot of land getting tied in for a lot of things being built around it. Don't say when it was happening over here as a planned thing for 40 years that it was a land grab. And over there, don't lie to the Hillsborough County residents who are going to have to approve a lot of this through their tax infrastructures and stuff like that. That there is a couple of people getting very rich off of this deal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Don't treat us like we're bumpkins and we didn't know what we were doing. We actually had it done.
Let's take a time out on this topic just for a little bit because we are a sports show. No, I would like Joe to go over the halfway mark. The standings right now in baseball for some of our audience doesn't pay attention until right now, and this is the time of year where people actually start watching closely because they know we're heading towards October, even though football will take over here pretty soon. But the bottom line is there's a lot of great races, and we talked about that last week, and that's what you want to see in baseball.
Real ones are standing watching after opening day. Let's be clear.
I'm not discounting that.
Let's look
but
at the
you got a
Rays.
lot of periphery fans that jump on the bandwagon of baseball this time of the year as well as the rest of the year. They don't watch the clown show.
Let's look at the Rays in the American League East, currently sitting at 4th place, 51-47, 5.5 back of the division, and 1.5 back of the wild card. The Rays, obviously, that skid they had really pushed them back, and it was because of the Boston Red Sox. They won 10 in a row before falling yesterday, the Red Sox. The Blue Jays are in the division lead for the AL East. I know Botham, you bet on them a couple years ago. You gave up on them?
I've thrown money on the Blue Jays. I've thrown money on
Blue
the
Jays.
Orioles.
You were a big Blue Jays in the past.
Dude, I don't know what's going on anymore. I can't predict baseball.
They've been super hot. They're up 3 games now in the American League East
They
over
lost
the Yankees.
yesterday,
They did lose
though,
yesterday.
because my money's not on them.
Yankees in 2nd, Red Sox in 3rd, Rays in 4th, and Baltimore in 5th,
Everybody's in the race is the bottom line in the East.
except for the Orioles.
8, 9, 10
10
games
back.
back.
I think that's the biggest disappointment.
Without a
in
shadow of a
baseball.
doubt. If you're an Orioles fan,
That team that they've assembled,
It's pitching.
the talent.
It's
Well,
the pitching.
It's the pitching.
It's
Yeah.
the pitching.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, I know
11-1 doesn't tell you that.
What's that?
11-1 doesn't tell you
Well,
that,
no.
right?
Who they faced last night? Who they faced
The
the night
Orioles.
before? And you got former Rays pitchers coming off the DEL.
And then we
out
got the
there.
White Sox coming up. We should clean up,
Yeah.
actually.
I
Yeah.
wish they weren't in our division so we could trade Taj Bradley for some of their at-bats.
We may still do that.
Well, still, I don't like it very much. It's within our
I don't either,
the AL East.
especially if you're bringing in a reliever from Boston, because I've had enough. of
Unless
that
it's
lately.
Bautista
No,
from the
Orioles.
Orioles. I'll take him.
Oh, for a
Bautista?
closer? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Joe,
I was
continue
thinking
there, my
that.
man.
AL Central, it is the Detroit Tigers and everybody else.
Detroit City.
They're up 11 games on the Cleveland Guardians, 11.5 games on
People predicted that
Twins.
2 years ago. You
The
know,
Royals,
Detroit?
the
Yeah.
Royals are starting to
Oh, yeah.
play a little bit better. They're 12
They
back.
predicted the White Sox too,
The
though.
White Sox are on a tear. They're 26 back in the division at 33-65.
Yeah, they were the ones 2 years ago with the pitching they had. They were going to be the ones. Now their pitchers are everywhere else.
But they've won 33 games already. And what they win last year, they won 40.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah.
much better. They're not the Rockies.
They're
this
not the
year,
Rockies.
so we'll get to them. in a
Worst.
minute.
Yeah, you complain about ownership here.
Hey,
The
at least-
Monfort family, my son has season tickets. I told you this
Let-
before. I've been to that park. I love that park. I love the environment. Talk about a downtown nestled
good-
right in there.
They
It's
still
superb.
get good crowds.
You've
That's
been
what
there.
I
They
was
get
gonna
great
say.
crowds because of the environment. But Monfort Cattle Company, they blow.
I was going to defend him a little bit. The beer sales are very cheap there. You get,
Oh,
you
yeah,
get, you
you
get
got-
cheap beer.
You got Coors Light. They own a piece of it, actually.
I mean, think about it. The Cleveland Indians, when they were around, 10-cent beer night, it didn't matter how bad the team was. We're out there having a good time. It's the national pastime. You're having fun with your fellas.
Where's
drinking
the beer
some beers.
Where's the beer cheap?
Colorado.
Colorado Rockies.
It's because they have to compete with legalized marijuana too.
Good point. Right across the
Better make
street.
that beer cheap.
AL West, Houston Astros once again have 4-game lead over the Seattle Mariners, who the Mariners been
We still
playing-
calling them the cheaters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
The Mariners are playing very well. They're at 52-45, 4 back of the Astros, but in the wild card right
And
now.
you said they had a nice park, huh?
They did. Texas at 500, where I feel like they've been every year since 2023. Los Angeles, the Angels, a game under 500, and the Athletics sitting in last, 16 back. Out to the National League, it is the Philadelphia Phillies with a slim
Ben's
half-game
new team in
There you
2026.
go, Ben.
slim half-game lead over the New York Mets. The Miami Marlins are starting to actually play some good baseball. They're still 7 back or 9.5 back in the division.
They
7
pulled in
under,
8,000 fans the other night.
7 under 500
They
though.
must have been playing the Yankees or something, right?
Braves 10 under, having a rough season, and the Washington Nationals.
That
17
just blows me
back.
away. I got a friend that's got season tickets up there, and he's crying on Facebook every friggin' game.
At least
About
they
the
got the
Yankees?
All-Star.
About
game.
about his Braves.
About the Braves.
And Acuna's back. You see that throw
Yeah,
he made? the
that
other
was
day?
insane.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's going to look good when he does that in Steinbrenner Field.
There you go.
In a Rays jersey.
Hakuna Matata, baby.
I mean, that was a Bo Jackson
Don't
type
worry.
throw.
It really was. Or Roberto
Vlad-
Clemente.
Vlad
like,
Guerrero.
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. Hey, if he comes to Tampa Bay.
He's changing. He's changing.
No,
now.
hold on.
I'll go watch him
Ben-
anywhere.
He brought it up.
Ben will still
If
root
he-
for the
if-
Orlando
if
Rays,
he
but
if he comes to Tampa Bay, somehow I'll pay for your stinking college. That's how confident. That's how confident I am that he's
Hey,
not.
you got
Cut the cameras.
Hey, where's witness? Where's your witness? You're paying for UCF in the event. This be like your son, your stepson, in the event. Well, now you really better get the
I'm
new
on the hype
ownership.
train for Ronald Acuna.
If for some miracle he gets here,
I'm just laughing thinking of Ben
Mike,
and Joe having to talk.
Go ahead, my friend.
you said
You ready?
Mike, you just stirred a drink with a pen and shoved it in your mouth?
Yep.
Okay.
It's my pen.
Little ink flavor.
No one else has ever touched it.
Did you have the cap on?
Watch. They're on
Get that on Facebook.
They're on Dementia Watch. They're
Yeah,
like,
What is he doing?
yeah, it's on Facebook.
And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to say something because, Mike, like, I'm looking out for
I'm
you.
not a germaphobe. I've lasted 68 freaking years. You sound like one of my old wives. All right, continue. Yeah, freaking bunch of pussies around here.
That broke everything.
Yeah.
NL Central, the Cubs have a 1-game lead over the Milwaukee Brewers. The
There you
Brewers
go.
have their most wins.
My
Cubbies,
ears.
baby. Cubbies.
Get a load of this guy. The Brewers have their most wins at the All-Star break in franchise history at 57, but they're a game behind the Chicago Cubs. Cincinnati, 7.5 back, but I believe they are in the wild card position right now. A good young team over in Cincinnati. St. Louis and
Fast.
Pittsburgh are in the final 2 spots.
Anytime the Cards are at the bottom of that division,
That's
that's
weird.
weird,
They're
man.
51-47, so they're still in the hunt for a wild card spot, but yeah.
So the Cardinals basically have the same record we do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, those are the 2 toughest divisions.
Well, I
would say, in
actually
baseball,
thought it might. I was
top to
thinking
bottom,
Cardinals Orioles had a
Competi-
shot at the
competitive.
series this
I'd say
year.
NL
Now it's-
West.
competitive. I'm saying,
NL West, AL East,
yeah, NL West.
which the Dodgers have a 4.5-game lead. Despite the struggles, they're 2-8 in their last 10, the Dodgers. The Padres are 4.5 back. San Francisco, 6 back. Arizona, disappointing year for them, 2 under 500, 10 games back. And then the Colorado Rockies, only 34.5 games back with 23 wins on the season. Very close to getting eliminated from playoff contention.
Don't forget about your Dodgers there.
So they still have playoff chance.
There is still a chance.
Wait, who?
All right.
They gotta
the
get.
Rockies.
They gotta get.
For who?
it
They're
going.
not
The Rockies.
they're
They
not
have a point.
mathematically
They have a
eliminated.
0.00001% chance.
I'm gonna call Benny, my son, today and say,
What does an asteroid?
you
hit?
got hope.
It's all
You got
29
hope, son.
ballparks.
You
Come
got
on, Ben. Put $1 on it and see where it goes.
I mean, it's better than my bets on the Blue Jays and the Orioles the
You're
past few
screwed
years.
though if the Rockies win the World Series and the Rays get Acuna though.
That would be.
And the Dodgers have Shane,
It'd all be worth
the
it.
Dodgers.
Ben. I'll have to
Shane-
mortgage
not
his
Shane,
freaking new house he got.
Glasnow's back from injury, and they've got
For now.
what's his face pitching down. He's pitched a simulated game in Triple A, so they got both the Rays pitchers coming back to Dodgers too.
Hey,
so.
real
Snell.
quick note on
Blake
the
Snell.
Milwaukee Brewers. Toby Hall, who caught for the White Sox and of course our Rays, and he's been on the show quite often. His son Aiden Hall is in their farm system. Keep an eye on him. Aiden will be on next week on the show,
Yes.
and he's just a character. He's a social media nut, and does a superb job there. But I got a hold of him, and Aiden's going to be on.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, speaking of some, if I could, real quick,
You can do it whatever you obviously.
I met the
it's
coach.
in this show.
So really, since the last time I
Anything
was
I
on,
typed up has completely gone to
Yeah,
hell.
we're at script.
So-
Oof, we
Yeah.
have
So-
script.
since the last time I was on, I went to my high school reunion, and I went to my 30th, which makes me feel super.
I'm
old.
going my 50th in 71 days, pal.
So you're even okay.
That's a scary
Um,
thought.
But yeah, so I went to my 30th, and I was talking to folks, and I knew they were from Tampa, and I was like, "Oh, where?" And I told them where I live. I live in Southwest Shore, kind of by MacDill Air Force Base. And the husband of one of my classmates was like, "Oh, I'm the baseball coach for Robinson High School." So I don't know if you know Alex Barron.
No,
They don't
we
play.
play a
they
lot
don't
of
play
Tampa
across the pond
schools.
there.
So, but yeah, he's a baseball coach for Robinson High
Pretty
School.
cool.
Yeah, so I live half a
Next
mile
year,
from
get
him.
him on the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want teams from across. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to be on
So
the Big
shout
8
out
A
to
and
them,
Big 20,
you know.
so we'll want them
Yeah,
coming
that's
across the bridge.
Yeah, so really, I mean, like, yeah, he married one of my classmates.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, cool. We'll definitely have to support.
You know what
Yeah,
Robinson
that's
is
good.
known for?
Cheating.
They're
Oh,
women,
kidding.
the girls flag football.
Oh,
They're a powerhouse,
yes.
aren't they, Joe?
Yeah,
You just say yes.
Yes, of
You're
course.
supposed to be my high school guy.
I
Yeah,
knew that.
absolutely.
said
Day in
yes.
and day out, I'm watching.
No,
I mean, me and Ben have
Robinson.
watch parties all the time.
Robinson
so
I do
actually,
not.
their girls flag football participated in the Pro Bowl at halftime. They won one of the. They're backed by Nike. I mean,
Oh, wow.
it's a big deal at Robinson.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's kind of tough to be on the regular football team or the baseball team,
Yeah.
and your girls flag football team gets a lot more love.
Hey, that's where they're putting their focus and getting their athletes.
Well, it's time
you
for
got to
us-
find a spot.
That brings us up to our next topic of discussion.
Your flag football career?
NFL players in the Olympics and flag football for
no.
real.
Oh,
For real.
what's
You got-
happening to the sports environment?
These dogs are doing it 365, but the NFL guys are going to step out of their billion-dollar contracts and run around trying
Yeah,
to
because that's
catch-
what people want to watch. I don't want to watch some flag.
I can see it in
football.
Orlando, and I didn't want to see it. They're
Well,
going to
that's
put it in the
different.
Olympics.
That's the Pro Bowl game.
Yeah, I just-
Well, he's going to give the rest of the world an opportunity to compete at that level up to some degree. But I don't give a
well,
damn.
you know
it
what?
should not be an Olympic sport.
No.
You know what's gonna be funny if there's gonna be like an Afghan team or some team from
That'd be
Mongolia
awesome.
that beats us, in flag football.
Mongolia.
Because on the horses,
The Mongolian Marauders.
yeah, like
Watch out for those bitches. They're used to riding horses.
They let them use their clubs. That was not fair.
like some out of nowhere country
Mongolia.
that just that's their
Now I'm
sport.
hungry.
I just don't get why you can't put regular football into it.
Regular flag players continue to build the sport out.
Like, I mean, you have Canadian football players and you got rugby players across the globe. You're telling me you can't convert a couple of them to do the tush push and beat some Americans at their own game?
Yeah.
I would be all for that. I don't want to see who's flag football.
Well,
This
the
is
contracts
stupid.
again. The
I
contracts.
mean, they
These
had
guys.
like dance fighting in the Olympics last time. And
Oh my god, and
Break
it's gone,
dancing.
and it's
Weirdo.
gone.
Oh, that was
Dance
horrible.
fighting. What
The
the hell are you
breakdance?
talking
Break
about?
dance.
maybe it was
dancing.
breakdancing.
The
I don't know.
breakdancing was
Dance
so
fighting.
garbage.
My mom was hyped about it though.
That was just some guy having a seizure that they happened to catch on tape. They actually were doing the break
It was
dancing.
so bad.
You're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill down here on Central Avenue in.
Down here on Central Avenue, just below 16th Street in the Edge District of St. Petersburg.
And that, of course, is Ray Kennedy. Next to him is
With the
Michael
bad
Lortz, and he's the author of course, Curveball at the Crossroads, a great read, and we'll talk about that a little bit before we let you go. Baseball, Ben Botham, you're heading to Cooperstown when?
Sometime this coming week, I'm gonna head on up there. Gonna go see.
Calls
Ichiro.
me at 11 o'clock at night after I texted him, and we broke it down. So it's gonna be his Cooperstown cruise,
Yeah.
and he's gonna videotape it.
Yeah, make sure you vlog your experience. 'Cause We'll
Yeah,
put it on the
I'll be a
TikTok.
vlogger.
Instagram.
I'll be a vlogger. It'll be cute.
Tell the audience the extravagance of your trip, the accommodations, where you're gonna stay, all that stuff.
So I think I just recently kind of figured out that I could even swing this trip. So I decided, I'm gonna load up my car with my grill and a cooler and an air mattress and
Nothing but the finest for Ben Botham.
I-
It's the
yeah.
Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection expense account we let him tap into.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the DM. I appreciate it.
yeah, so I'm just gonna cruise on up. I'm
What's
gonna
wrong with
stop.
$5 a day?
Yeah, I could get by on that. I'm gonna
Charcoal
stop
and
in
a hot dog.
Washington D.C. Maybe stop in a national park or two to sleep for the evening. Go on up to Cooperstown, park in probably a Walmart or something overnight, and just kind of take it easy. And You know, walk around, go say, "Hey, Ichiro, how's it going? I haven't showered in a week and a half, but it's no big deal." You know, just ask him a couple questions.
I'm sure you can find a YMCA somewhere to take a shower.
Don't you have to have a membership?
I'll adopt you. I've got a membership.
You got a
Yeah, see,
membership?
for like-
I'll say I'm Mike Rickard.
I'll put you on. I'll give you my card.
Yeah,
there we
use
go.
his guest card and just boom, pop in.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's
but when-
perfect.
And
when's
it's
the
actually
trip?
not a picture
Huh?
ID.
When is the trip?
So the 25th through the 28th is the whole celebration.
August?
No,
No.
this month.
He
Next
starts
week.
teaching school August 1st.
August 1st, I go back to work.
What, you're leaving on this trip? What, Tuesday or Wednesday?
I guess
He hasn't figured that
Yeah,
out.
yes, it's the 19th.
We need to go fund me.
I can get up. I can get up.
We need to go fund. This guy's got to sleep in one Motel 6. Otherwise, they're not going to leave the light on. We got to get him into one hotel.
That's what the car's for. The car and my grill, and I should be good.
I
You
love
know,
it. Make sure you get some
I love
blackout
it.
curtains.
I love it, man. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
Blackout curtain. I love the concept.
I'm gonna go up there.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him media passes. He's gonna be.
If you can swing that, Mike, that would be spectacular.
They don't give media passes to guys who sleep in their car before the
Smell.
No, I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm not gonna be like,
But here's the beauty of it.
guys that smell.
We're gonna
and
we're gonna
they
see
drive
it.
up.
We're gonna see it on the Hall of Fame TikTok because it's gonna say homeless
They-
man
they-
comes to Canada.
They can
Or
see his
comes to
car with a
Cooperstown.
grill in the back. Ichiro's gonna. You know what?
strap
He's
a
gonna.
deer to the hood.
Ichiro seems like a good guy. He's going to give him an interview because the sympathy factor.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna do my best. See who I can see. Ichiro, of course, is the guy I wanted to see. I also wanted to see Dave Parker. Of course, he passed,
God rest his
unfortunately.
soul.
But I'm very excited to see everybody there. I've never been to New York State. I've never been to Cooperstown. Never been to Washington D.C. So I'm excited to go.
I
up
told
there.
you, do not go downtown at night in the nation's capital.
No,
Take it from the old man.
Meet some-
It's dicey,
some
dicey,
friends.
dicey.
Especially not talking about January 6th.
You'll fit
We gotta
right in,
figure
though.
that out.
You know what? You'll fit right in because you're going to look homeless. You're good to go.
You might
Yeah,
make
we'll
some.
shave
I mean, if
for
you
a
go to
few
the hoity-toity areas of DC, I'm sure you can walk around at night. Go
Yeah.
from one pretentious bar
Not
to
the way
another.
he's going to
Not the way
smell.
you're gonna look.
No, hey,
You should just have a sign that says on the way to of New York, please give money.
penciling it on the back. Hey, that's the whole goal. As long as I
Need
make it,
gas money.
I'll take whatever tips anybody gives me. I need place. I mean, I don't have any places to stay, so we'll figure that out. And
I got you taken care of. I got a QR code for your back window. We're gonna
Okay.
have your TikTok QR on there for
Yes.
your Fund Me page.
Yes.
And between here and New York, you're gonna become so loaded.
We
you'll
could
fly
make this
me in
happen.
for it.
They
You
could
know,
make
you know
that
what?
happen today.
Woodstock is not far from Cooperstown. I'm sure you can find a hippie commune to stay at. I'm sure there's
that's
some like
fair.
90-year-old hippies from the Woodstock era.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
No
would-
offense,
It would
Mike.
be 90. They'd be in their 70s, you
yeah,
I would get a place like
wad.
an hour outside of Cooperstown because obviously everything in Cooperstown that weekend will probably be booked.
well,
Sure.
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
That's the only reason he's going economy.
Well, I'm gonna chit chat with people. I'm gonna see. Maybe I make
Spring
a couple
break.
friends.
Maybe
Maybe
we
so-
want you to go viral. We
Maybe-
want you to
yeah.
get followers, go viral, cruising.
Maybe
To
Ichiro lets me
Cooperstown.
crash with him. I could be his bookie.
it's not ridiculous to say that.
Yeah.
dude, best spring break
'Cause-
ever. We went over and hooked up with a group of football
I
players.
don't need to hear
from
about that.
Georgia.
Hooking up.
You
Right.
hooked up
With
with
football players during spring break.
We didn't have a hotel. It was four
Jesus.
friends. We were staying in the car.
That's
but
enough.
These guys were drawing the babes. These guys were just on display at the pool. We were just hanging around drinking beer with them. But yeah, go on the road. You'll get in with the right group. And you'll have
Yeah.
a great time.
Or you'll get in with the wrong group and sell your kidneys on eBay.
That's also fair. Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
happened to me. I woke up in Jacksonville. I didn't know what happened. Georgia.
You're,
guys
li-
are gone.
you're listening to the Tampa St.Pete Sports Connection. I want to thank some of our sponsors while I still have them and beg them not to listen to this if they are. This would not be on the Big 8 AM 820 conversations.
You
today.
don't think any of them would want to sponsor my journey?
Well, I think some of them. It's just some of the content that I have interjected. Basically, I've been
No, I've been there
biggest-
too. So
Mike,
I
because I'll be
apologize.
like Ricky Bobby. You could put an advertisement over my windshield. That's A-OK. Fig Newtons.
Look at that.
Hey, we got $1. We got $1.
Michael Lorsch just started to go fund me with
It's a
one
Slim Jim.
one crisp
It's a Slim Jim. That's good.
one crispy picture
Well,
of
that's
of
breakfast.
George
My
Washington.
my first $1.
We're brought to you by Body Armor Coca-Cola because of all the positive perspective we give on sports here on the Tampa St. Pete Sports
Actually,
Connection.
Mike, if I could, what I want for that $1, I
Yeah.
might give you 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Bring
Wait a
my
minute.
book.
Okay.
There you
Take a
go.
picture of my book.
And get
Okay,
it
I can
signed.
do that. I
That's
can do
worth
that.
There you
$20.
go.
All right, let me finish my sponsors too. Of course, Ice Pick Vodka, Sea Dogs Brewery, where we will be video streaming all of our On the Tee Florida shows starting back in August and not in September when it cools down a little bit. And then, of course, Michelob Ultra and Ultra Light and Ultra Zero and Eckerd College. We're going to start getting the Triton kids back here in about a month, and we'll start talking to the teams like we do each and every Saturday down here at Ferg's Live. And then, of course, don't forget, this coming Friday, the 25th, at 8 o'clock is the Happy Gilmore 2. It's a Netflix production, and it's going to be a watch party down here out back with the Jumbotron. We'll have a lot of our sponsors, Ice Pick Vodka Specials, Tampa Bays, Michelob Ultra, giveaways. Great Bay, the Budweiser distributor, is going to give us a lot of swag to be given away. Be a lot of fun. Starts 7 o'clock. Teddy Bruschi will be upstairs by the back simulator with long drive contests by age group, pal. So,
nice.
Yeah, by age group. So, the Masters, I couldn't swing a club 4 feet right now.
Yeah.
But you 20 to 30-year-olds, and then 35 to 50s, and then the old guys.
I think that's a competitive category right there.
Precisely.
I don't like that. I got to forge my birth certificate.
Exactly.
I am 12.
But it'll be a lot of fun down here at Ferg's, and that is next Friday, and that's the Happy Gilmore.
I talked to Coach too. He's got lots of stuff to give away.
He's excited about
prizes.
it. There's Coach Sean Davis. He knows his way around Ferg's. He's our next guest, and he's brought a couple of young folks with him.
Excellent.
We're going to talk the topic we discussed with him, and I'd like to keep you in the conversation as a high school coach, and you as well. We'll have to move you, Michael. We'll bring you back at about 12:30.
Okay.
And we'll promote the book.
Awesome.
And have some further conversations as well. As I said,
see, Mike was a good sport. I mean, you knew coming in we were going to get on you.
You guys started blast. There he is, Coach Sean Davis in the house. When you get a chance, come on in.
Good sport.
I got beat up, so see what's on the Ferg's menu here. Get some lunch. Ferg's Sports Bar and Grill has the
best wings on the bay. And if there's a man to promote Ferg's, it is, of course, our own Ray Kennedy.
And some good, nice cold beer.
What if Ferg's sponsored the trip? We could plaster my car with Ferg's decals.
I've got a bunch of decals.
You can put it all over my car if
this
you pay for
in all
some
seriousness.
hotels.
In all seriousness, I can convince him to throw you a little bit.
Hey,
because he loves
over.
it when his stickers, which I've got a pile in my briefcase, a pile of them, and he loves it when you slap them anywhere.
I'll just go slap them on people's cars up there in New York. They'll go all over the world.
Well, then I'm gonna have to wire bail money.
Oh no, that's as long as it's like under a certain number of damage, I think I'd be okay, right?
That's
yeah. You're listening to Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. Ray, we are video streaming live on
Facebook, my Facebook page.
Yeah.
In the house, the man himself, Coach. You'll always be Coach in my mind. Look at it. Hey, Joe. Look at his shirt. UCF.
Come sit on it.
Coach Sean Davis, one of my favorites, a builder of young men. And hey, you sit down there, young man. He needs a bodyguard. He always has got bodyguards around him. That's one good thing about being a coach. You always got the young guys around you. And what I really love is now that your son, Anthony Johnson, is playing for the Giants, you got your swag on, brother. Make sure you're nice and loud in that microphone. But welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Not too bad. Actually, you know how Facebook does memories?
Yeah.
3 years ago, today, it's a memory of you and I and about 5 of your Viking kids out front in a picture. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please send it to me.
So anyway, Coach Sean Davis, of course, he is a Liberty University graduate. He was at St.Pete High as an assistant. And then he, as many of us say, Northeast Vikings, he built that program back up to respectability and did an incredible job. And a lot of that I witnessed down here was his working with his kids, helping them out, as most coaches do in Pinellas County. Ben, and Ben's in the baseball world at Seminole, assistant coach and a teacher. So he knows the struggles of all coaches and teachers, and it's unfortunate. But introduce the young man to your left. I think Rio Grande University. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
nice and loud right into that, just
Yeah,
like
you can move it.
Yeah.
Right.
just
into
like you're on the
front.
Pat
Yeah.
McAfee
Put it
show
used to
or
your microphone,
Stephen
yeah.
A. Smith. Yeah, talk loud like you're, with the fellas, so people can hear you, so we can promote you. But Sean Davis now has stepped down after years of success in the public school environment, and share with our audience a little bit about what you're doing, because you've continued what your life goal has always been.
Yes, sir.
Just his kids, giving back.
Yes, sir. For sure. Got to get the knowledge back. This is Christian Bailey. He's going to be attending Rio Grande in Ohio, NAIA school. I got a connection there with some coaches from Iowa State where Ant went, and they are trying to build a program. So he's a guy that I train. I run what's called the DB House. I train skilled athletes, and I also do speed training. Shout out to the Quarterback House. I did this through a young man that I coached named BJ Hall. He's been training for a while.
I've been following BJ online.
Yeah. He has the Quarterback House, and I actually coached him years ago. He's doing a great job with what he's doing. So he asked me years ago, "You don't want to train? You don't want to train?" Blah blah blah. So I got into it. I like it, and you kind of could build your own schedule. And this is a young man. My top client, Christian Bailey, he's been doing a great job. Been working all summer. Started in March or April, and he's came along. He's ready for business. So
Did he play for you?
He did not play for me. He played for Coach BJ.
I played at Zephyr Hills Christian Academy.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. I will tell you this: my son played NAIA, and I'm sure you had other opportunities. Too many people frown on NAIA. My son was blessed to play in the national championship in Rome, Georgia, and it was all over the place.
Yep.
But people don't realize, first of all, there's more money. As I tell kids, there's money out there in the NAIA world for scholarships from an academic and athletic perspective, and it's very competitive ball.
Very competitive.
And I tell this to all these parents out there that are thinking, "Oh, my son's got this future." You've dealt with this, so have you. Oh, my son, he's got talent. He's a D1 guy. If you played on your high school team, you are a very good athlete. If you played at any level of college football, you are a very good athlete. And I think people miss that because of all the focus on the big college scene. Would you agree, Coach?
Absolutely. With my knowledge and my experience dealing with NFL agents, business managers, when they came looking, look, if you could play, they'll find you.
In today's
They'll
world,
find you.
without a
They'll
shadow
find
of doubt.
Right.
D2, D3. Now, Group of 5 and Power 5 do have the most guys that get drafted, but if you can play, they'll find you.
Without a shadow of doubt.
Coach, can I ask you,
Yes, sir.
transfer portals and how it's crazy? We could talk about the crazy parts of it, but does that help the scaling up and scaling down from different divisions and up and down? Is it a fair playing field for all the players to be seen? Like you said, if they want to get seen, they'll be seen, or is it hampering in some way?
Hey, great question. It's off the chain. I got kids in the transfer portal that play for me at Northeast and at St.Pete High right now, and they still looking for business. So it's kill or be killed now, and it hurts the high school athlete a lot. But
They're not recruiting a high school athlete anymore, are they? They're not spending their time.
They recruit you if you're special.
Yeah.
But you got to be
But
him.
for the studs like him.
Oh, man, this kid would have went D1 4 years ago easily.
And that's the problem.
Just off his
They're
size
not
alone.
coming and examining the high school landscape. And, that's even in baseball. And that's a sad state of affairs because these coaches at the other levels, I talk to them all the time. They're like, man, this is bad for us right now.
Yeah.
Bad for the kids.
Yeah. If they could get a 20, 21-year-old that has experience, they're not going to get a 17, 18-year-old that they got to groom. That's just the world you in now. It's like everything got to happen fast.
There's too much risk with a 17-year-old kid. A 17-year-old kid, you don't know if they're going to try their hardest, if they're going to put in all their work. You have that. You have a whole bunch.
But they don't have an attitude though.
No,
like
they
these
don't.
other guys.
But
do.
with the 22-year-old, you can see they performed. You have something to work off of. That's something nice, and it hurts the high schoolers, I think.
Oh, at 22, the NFL they want you to be ready to get drafted.
Yeah, exactly.
They want you to be ready at 22.
I've seen it from the baseball side where they bring in guys that are.
But in
older.
all sports, guys, aren't we seeing that you've got income, especially in basketball? You've seen a youth movement, but some guys are staying because of NIL money. They're staying and playing longer. and they're 23, 24 years old. I followed that St. John's team in the past this past year, and Patino's guys, average age was 23 and a half. They're not graduating. They're not getting that kind of money as rookies. What the hell, state?
G League?
Stay in college.
I could stay here and stay
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
money
why would I
league.
go to
can
G League?
stay
Nobody
here.
goes to those games. I'm playing in the Garden, and I'm knocking down a mill. I mean, so.
But I was going to say, which only goes Coach Healy to more importantly, not Coach Healy, but Coach, what you're doing, keeping these guys, because he's showing you what you need to do.
Yeah.
You need, if you're good, you'll be found.
Definitely.
Getting the speed, getting down how to play different positions, because as you're getting those superstar athletes that are going around transferring here and there, we don't want to lose the fact that it takes 11 guys at any one time for there to be one superstar on the field, regardless of more. And I think that's where it's going to become really important that someone's not letting these other kids fall through the cracks that may not necessarily be ringing the bells in the transfer portal.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and it's a touchy
Ask
topic.
Chris, ask him how he feel like being a high school.
Was it frustrating?
Well, personally, with my mentality, I look at it, and I just think work harder than everybody else, because now I'm really competing against grown men at the end of the day, so I have to go at 110%.
So you were smart enough to take that and put that chip on your shoulder
Challenge,
attitude.
Yes.
I'll show you.
Yes,
By the
sir.
way, we forgot to ask what position you play. You know, defensive
I
back, safety,
play
corner,
corner and safety. So
best
sir.
athlete, best athlete on the field,
yes, sir.
without a shadow of doubt. Am I
I
right,
can tell
Coach?
looking at you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Now Anthony played
Work from coach.
Anthony
Yes.
played safety as well as corner, right?
Yeah, he played both.
Yeah.
He played corner in high school. It's crazy. Same thing happened. He played corner in high school for 3 years. He started, and he hurt his knee. I moved him to safety. He was a better safety. Now I took him to Iowa State at 170
Coach
pounds.
Matt Campbell, both of
Yeah.
our guys.
I took him to Iowa State. He was 170 pounds. I was like, look, he's probably going to be a safety. I know you don't see it yet, but his nod to the game. Started at corner for 4 years, moved to safety, got drafted.
I loved watching.
Wow.
I loved watching him because I would
You
brag to all my Iowa State friends. I'm from Iowa.
Oh,
Say-
okay.
I said, I know his dad. And then what happens for my old carcass? He gets drafted in the 7th round by my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I almost cried when he went to the Giants, but still a storied program. And
Yes,
you just got back from there. Here's a guy that just got back from New York City. He can
Oh,
give
yeah?
you some tips.
Yeah, driving up to Cooperstown for the baseball
Oh,
Hall
yeah?
of Fame induction ceremony.
Okay,
So
awesome.
I've never been to New York State, so I have no clue what to expect.
Oh, well,
He's
you-
sleeping
you-
in the car too, so he'll take donations before
Yeah.
you leave.
He is.
hey, you in for a rude awakening then.
So-
If you go into the city,
Yeah.
it's like I'm like,
I don't
I
plan
told
on
him.
going to the
I
city.
told him you get your ass out of town
Yeah.
when the sun goes down. All right,
Yeah.
let's go back over to Christian. Let's give him some love. He needs love from the standpoint of people realizing, an NIA program. The only thing that you got to be concerned about, and you need to talk to his son about it, is when that first snowfall comes.
Oh,
You're not going to know what to do, man. And I can tell
work
you
hard.
what.
Get in the gym and work harder.
Definitely. I've been in the sun for the last 3 years. So,
Oh,
I
so
mean,
how did you two meet?
we actually met through Coach BJ because I actually just started playing football 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I was originally a basketball player and I ran track also, but
My man ran track.
yeah, 400, 200, 800. That's what I was running.
That's what I ran 1,000 years ago, Western Kentucky. I love this kid.
yeah, good kid.
400, 800, 200.
Yeah.
And then were you point guard?
I was not. We actually had a smaller team, so I was kind of the small forward, power forward. But now the point guard is like 6'8". So,
Yeah.
Well, you guys probably were a run and gun team, probably.
yeah.
Yeah. So how'd you find Rio Grande? I thought I knew all the NIA schools, but
I know a lot of coaches just coaching for 25 years, but like I said,
coming
it's
to
a lot of assistants that were at Iowa State years ago, and a lot of those guys have branched out. It's
so
some
is this what this is?
Yeah.
Rio? It's an Iowa State
yeah,
guy?
a
Cool.
D-line coach, Mark Thurston, me and him stayed in contact, and my quarterback from Northeast actually signed there, and a receiver. He asked me, do I
met
got
him.
guys? Mark Thurston?
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So I told him I had a guy right here for him, and he liked him, saw his film, saw him working out, with me, I send him stuff of us working out. He like, Coach, I gotta get him. So
what the
There you
family
go.
think about you going all the way to Ohio?
My mom, she doesn't really like the distance, but at the same time, she does. She did just move to Africa, so distance shouldn't be a problem at all.
I would say
Yeah,
so.
it shouldn't be a
But
distance
mom's is
at
worried about you, and
Yeah.
you know your first time being out there. But the
Mhm.
fact that you've been training the way you have been, getting prepared for this, already shows how much you were already ready for it.
Yeah,
to go
I'm
above and beyond.
all ready.
You're gonna be out there on your own.
Mhm.
Hope you got a good structure in place to help you get through everything.
Definitely.
Keep that positive mental attitude, and
Yes,
then
sir.
when it snows, I just look away. At least to get even better and faster. Although I'll never be as big or as fast as you, I promise you.
And you're blessed, and not just because he's sitting across from me. He's a lot bigger and a lot tougher. I love Coach Sean Davis because his thing is he's a builder of young men,
Definitely.
and plus the guy's got a Rolodex that'll blow you away from the NFL. You know, they talk about Coach Moore over. You got a Rolodex that arguably anybody in the country would love to have as far as reaching out and talking to high school coach and college football
Yes, sir.
and NFL.
Yeah, very fortunate. I've been in a lot of football towns, NFL, college. I've been blessed throughout the last 25, 30 years just to be around and a part of it. I share my knowledge with these guys, and I just let them know, what's going on.
Well, he sounds like someone that's appreciative. Suck
Yes,
it
sir.
all in, because one thing he'll show you is how great the wings are at Ferg's. Well, probably he's already done
I
that.
love wings, actually.
Yeah, well, these are the best in the Bay,
best.
and he's probably the best customer. But I do want to go to this topic of Teddy Bridgewater and what happened down in Miami, and it's just touching the surface of what coaches have as far as obstacles. I even said in one of my posts, I mentioned to you before that I still stay in contact a lot. The movie Coach Ken Carter, and I are friends, and people watched what he did in that environment and applauded him. Giving back, and he had his own sporting goods stores, and he was taking care of the kids. So here's Teddy Bridgewater, a millionaire, a role model, wanting to give back to his alma mater. We touched upon this at the beginning of the show, but I wanted you to highlight it, and the obstacles that these coaches go through, and you've been dealing with it for years, because I have seen you personally, and they can't give you any sanctions now. Come in here, take care of the kids, taking them to practice, making sure they're there, making sure they're going to the class, and you have done that, as countless coaches have, and I think it's nothing but complete disrespect. What's your opinion on what took place down there in Miami?
It's absolute disrespect. Now, I've had people reach out, and I've been Ubering kids since the late 1990s, early 2000s.
We'll edit this whole thing so nobody can hear. I don't give a damn. You don't give a damn.
I don't care. I'm not a coach anymore. So
Yeah, congratulations
just
on
gonna
getting
be-
out.
yeah, I'm just gonna be real.
Throwing a
Like,
party down here.
so I'm just baffled at the mind state of whoever these guys are. That's
Ego, administrative egos.
Absolutely. So that has a lot to do with why I'm out the game too.
Yeah.
It's just so much, man. It's so much. It's like and shout out to my family, my wife, like just for dealing with a lot of stuff, because I'm never home. Practice is over with. You take kids home. You got to wake them up in the morning. I'm taking them to 7-on-7s all summer. Game day is crazy.
I witnessed all these people.
Game day is crazy. Teachers run out the building 2 or 3 o'clock. Oh, it's the weekend.
His van always packed with
My
the
day just
players.
started. Oh yeah, I downsized. I got a Highlander now, man. We good.
Seriously, he'd have
Yeah.
7, 8 of his players.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they'd have a table here, and I'd sit down and visit with them. But that's how much commitment you had to these youngsters, and still do, obviously.
Yeah.
But do you see any way, outside looking back now, that this needs to change and how it can change? And he's a young coach coming into this public school system in Pinellas, but it's nationwide, obviously. And I was talking about back when my sons were playing. It was a private school, and it was my alma mater, and they were going through some tough times. And I was in the sporting world, and I was able to give back a lot, and I was damn proud of it. And bought uniforms and gave back and meals. The private schools can all do that, but the minute you do it, that's not competitive balance, and it happens across America.
Yeah, And I would like to say this also before we end, especially with the state of Florida, and I can't speak for every county, but Pinellas County, and it's a reason why, like, we have not been fortunate enough to have a state champion from this county for the state of Florida to represent the state of Florida. So long story short, just me thinking, first of all, the state of Florida has to do a better job of paying coaches.
Without
Yes,
shadow of a
yes, sir.
doubt.
Yeah, because I've had guys from Georgia and Texas. I go to coach convention all over America, San Antonio, Tennessee, Charlotte, Orlando, Georgia. Coach, I want you to come coach for me in this state. I got this much money for you.
This coach is
I'm
making
talking
six figures in high school, right?
I got a college teammate that's one of the dudes. I ain't saying no name in Georgia. Come be my D coordinator. Just a coach. I give you 75. I don't make that.
75.
I don't make that here.
75
coach?
grand just to be
I
defensive
would-
coordinator?
Yeah, but I will have teaching duty, but it's not like here. A lot of coaches here do that. Oh yeah, I got a buddy of mine that makes almost $200,000 a year in Georgia. Look it up.
As a football
As a
coach.
head coach in Georgia or Texas, you make over 6 figures. You did not know that?
No,
Oh man, you better catch up, man.
I'm coaching baseball. I'm coaching bowling, both
Yeah,
girls
yeah,
and
yeah.
boys, and I get $4,000
Hey, man, I know.
before tax.
Yeah, I know.
He gets
ridiculous.
these stipends that they
Yeah,
tax,
I
and they
already know.
tax them.
As a bonus.
They tax
I
them.
already know that.
I can't
But-
believe they tax you
but I
on
don't-
your stipend.
Yeah, they included with your stuff. They included with your teaching check, so you get taxed out of the ass for it.
Because he is a.
All right.
You take tickets.
I take tickets, which also gets taxed as a bonus. As well as all the stipends. It's ridiculous.
Timekeeper for basketball. He doesn't even know the rules.
Yeah, I do. I'm the scoreboard operator announcer for the girls
You're at
basketball
Highlands?
team. Seminole High.
Seminole, okay.
Yeah.
I started out at Highlands. That's where I coach BJ at. Anyway, what I was getting at, until they incorporate athletics into school grade, the administration is going to be, I got Principal Mike over here. He likes, I'm talking about you, Mike Rickers, because that was my principal name. I don't want to make nobody throwing, you know what I mean? No
I'd be
shade.
throwing.
shade,
I'd be
no
throwing.
shade.
I'd be throwing money at you.
So-
I was.
So look, and then and they want to do everything internal, and then so first, like I said, the school grade athletics has to be incorporated in Pinellas County before the administration or before the big wigs take it seriously.
Mhm.
And then guess what? 2023, they got rid of the booster club.
Mhm.
No booster club.
So they got rid of the boosters, but you can do the collectives at the college level, and you can buy everything and go
And the private
crazy.
schools
but
can
they've
do
whatever
taken
they
our
want.
last
Thank you.
resource.
There
And,
you go.
and the private schools can do whatever they want.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Pinellas County with its booster stuff, they're so afraid of people taking money
What
that it has become
Horrible.
such
Oh, yeah.
an ordeal.
When we went down to Fort Lauderdale and played Cardinal Gibbons, I had a booster club. I treated them. I had each student. I treated them like they were in college.
Mhm.
We stopped at Olive Garden. Chicken
Nice.
fingers and fries, lasagna, spaghetti, tea, lemonade, water. You get endless breadsticks and salad. They like, Coach, I ain't never been treated like this. Now we got our ass kicked because we played the state champion,
Sure.
but that's an experience.
And
It's kids call me now still talking about that.
Yes,
and
sir.
Northeast Vikings have deep alumni that would love to be in that booster club. I know that for a fact because
A lot of
I
them come
see.
here. They
Yeah.
they have.
Yeah.
When I did my golf tournaments, and Dante Culpepper, and I had a lot of those guys come. But once they got rid of the boosters, I'm like, you know what's
what's the reason to do a golf tournament?
Why are we doing this?
And the
I did
whole-
not know they got rid of booster
Well,
clubs.
it's a weird.
Shame on
so
them, man. That's horrible.
Some
It's crazy.
schools are still grandfathered. Like our baseball team at Seminole, we're grandfathered in with our own
Yeah.
private booster club. But if we ever have an issue or
That's not fair either.
or we're not able to elect another president for whatever reason, we instantly lose that, and then it goes back to centralized athletics,
Yeah.
and then everybody's pulling it. It's not fair. It's not fair to the kids. It's not fair to the teams because coaches like us want to build a program and take care of these kids and set a good example for them. And when you keep putting up these roadblocks, it becomes impossible.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
agree wholeheartedly.
Well, we should have this panel when football season starts again, and very few people can talk about it. But you're one of the coaches that stepped away, and are still giving back to the young kids. But I want to keep, and as I expand this company, I want to keep beating the drum. Pinellas County coming from Iowa, I'm sorry, folks, but it blows. And I've got too many friends now that are teachers and coaches down here. I can't, it sickens me. And I want you to share what you said about the raise issue, getting a raise, not Tampa Bay raise, when they had to vote for a raise.
Oh yeah. So you know how earlier they had that they voted on getting us that $4,000 raise for teachers and everything. So what ended up happening was they dropped the base pay for teachers in Pinellas County and just supplemented whatever that drop was with the $4,000 raise that we got. So we effectively didn't get a raise at all. All they did was shuffle money around. I kept telling people, don't vote for this thing because it's going to hurt
three-card
us
money
teachers.
deal.
All they did was just shuffle stuff around.
I'm surprised that you educators haven't gotten smart enough yet. This is exactly what they did in the mid 80s when they gave us the Florida lottery. They said the Florida lottery was going to bring $600 million a year to education, but they were taking $600 million out the front on their literally on the front. Why are they doing these things?
It's
and
a
why
racket.
Because it works the first time. They keep doing it over and over again.
All right, let's get back to a positive perspective because we have a young man that the future's so bright he's got to wear shades, and he's going to the great. I have a hard time saying the great state of Ohio. I'm from Iowa, man. But there's some great athletes up there. There's great tradition. Let's talk about this Rio Grande program. Didn't Brian Kelly start there?
It actually just starting. They just starting the program.
Okay.
They just starting.
No. He was Grand Valley in Michigan. Yeah. That's where he was. So this is a new program. That's why I hadn't heard of him when my son was playing, because you got a lot of NAIA strength power schools in Illinois and Indiana that every year perennial. And there aren't very many NAIA schools here in the state of Florida. And I don't understand, but you're starting to see more. And I think Kaiser actually played in the national championship last year, got beat by an Iowa team, Northwestern. But so you guys are a rookie program, and you'll be setting the tone. So do you like the unis? Everything, the facility?
Yeah.
Are they ready to embrace you guys? Being a power eventually?
Yeah, I actually seen some of the campuses. It's actually really nice, actually, for the program to just be starting. So I actually like what I'm about to go to, actually, and I'm ready to set that tone. Especially for it being new. I'm set standard high.
Well, after you kick ass in football, maybe you want to go over and share some of that talent on the track team too.
Definitely.
I like multi-sport athletes.
I'm open to
and
it.
I don't know, were you a multi-sport athlete guy, or did you want your guys in the spring? That's one of the problems I got with football down here. Track is a great sport. It's helped you. And you got, in this state, you got baseball. Track, the athletes that could be excelling in track are typically going to spring football in this state. Yeah. And did you find that out when you were participating?
I actually did when I played at Sun Lake for a little bit. The track was right next to the football field, so it would be times I'll just be out running to go do a track workout.
So you're doing both?
Both. Sometimes at the same time. Yeah.
My God.
It'll get like that sometimes.
Some guys get water breaks.
I'm going to a track break.
Yeah, running 200 so you can run. What was your fastest 800 meters?
My fastest 800, it might have been 2:08.
Anybody that can run the 800 and the 200, well, at least I know what your heart's made of, because those guys are just like shake their head and go, I'm not running.
Sure.
Mike,
right?
What was yours? What was your record for the 800?
One in high school, 153.8. But that was 100 years ago. But and I was blessed. I got all kinds of Division I offers. Yada yada yada.
I didn't know you were a speedster, Mike.
Well, I wasn't a 100 guy. I could have been a 100 guy, but I would have been dusted when I got to the college level. I went to Western Kentucky. We were a national power. I got a head as big as this room. I'm all American. I'm all this. I'm all that. So learn that lesson. And we had become a national power by bringing in all these foreign athletes. We had guys from the Bahamas, Jamaica, Australia, West Germany, all these guys. I'm a 17-year-old freshman. I get a full ride because they had athletic money left because they're using all the foreign scholarship. I get absolutely dusted. My first indoor meet, University of Illinois. I'm used to breaking in, looking back at every chump I just beat. I'm in DL, and I'm about ready to quit. And he goes, "You just ran your PR, your best time ever." I'm like, "Best time ever! I just got my ass kicked."
Wow.
Welcome to the bigs. I remember going to Tennessee and Alabama, thinking, first of all, I'm the only white guy, and I'm thinking I'm in trouble here.
Yeah.
And I just get dusted, but I was, just hard at it.
Mike, did you say West Germany?
West Germany. I have friends that I still am in touch with. Well, that's
a long time ago, Mike.
That before the wall, brother.
That's why I was saying. I was like,
Seriously, well.
there's probably
Germany?
people who have no clue West Germany
Yeah.
who are listening.
Anyway,
to this.
these guys were all Olympians in 1980, and America boycotted the Olympics in Moscow because of political BS. Anyway, enough of that. I won't ask you any more questions about track. So I divert. So you got to admit it did help you a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you ever coach track?
I've coached like everything in my 25 years. I coached track in middle school at Azalea Middle. I've helped out with it at St.Pete High when Ant ran, but I've never just been the head coach. But yeah, track is new. Track is crazy. My daughter runs track at Countryside, but I will say this though, and I tell these guys, especially being a skill guy, if you don't run track and you're from the state of Florida, and unless you're 6'3", they're not gonna recruit you.
They want to see that you're
recruit-
improving your speed.
College programs come to Florida to recruit speed.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's
You look
why
at every roster in
look at Iowa
college,
State.
your skill guys.
Look at Indiana's roster. These
I already
days.
know.
Yeah,
They
you know them
told
all.
me that. They tell me that personally.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to coach D'Angelo Hutchinson, who's probably gonna have a shot to get drafted safety at Louisville. He was 6'3", 180 pounds in high school. He didn't run track, but he was just the best athlete on the football field.
I think we had him on the show.
Probably.
You brought him down here.
Yeah. So
I've been following. I follow all your athletes. That we'll be following you,
hey,
young man.
appreciate it.
Yes,
We're
sir.
following you. So when do you report?
August 1st.
August 1st, like you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be up there doing some workouts with the Amish up there. They'll show you some good stuff, man. They're the hardworking people.
Hey, don't go there with them.
What the
Yeah.
Amish? They're fun. They're
Hanging out.
They
Hanging
got
out with the
great
Amish.
jelly. They make great jelly.
Well, yeah, you start hanging out with the Amish. You don't have to worry about getting in trouble.
You're gonna
You'll get big and strong.
You'll be
There's-
back to Florida faster.
There's no power tools. You're sawing stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
That's a
butter and
workout
jelly
right there. It's
and
like
all
Rocky
those.
Balboa.
Oh,
Like you'll be strong.
I'll tell you what. If things go wrong there, I will get you at Morningside University. We need speed. That's the only thing that's kept us from a couple national championships. We need speed.
I appreciate you so much for that.
Yeah.
Coach, how long did you coach at Northeast?
5 years total. I was the head coach for. I was the head coach 21 to 24. I was there in COVID as an assistant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you stepped away because you wanted to get the business going and
I
do the more
stepped away.
one-on-one.
Frustration.
Yeah.
I stepped away. It was time. I was dealing with a lot last year.
A
Personally
lot of politics. Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
personally,
It's a landscape.
and internally. So yeah, it
Well,
was that time.
I would tell you, young man, we will be following you.
Yes, sir.
I know his number.
Okay.
He'll keep us in tune. But I want to shift gears before we let you go and
For sure.
talk about Anthony and the opportunity for him leaving the Packers and enjoying Green. He didn't. He's still stuck around the northern hemisphere of the United States, so he's
Yeah.
still freezing his butt off. But
Yeah.
what's he think of the Giants organization?
I think they made some moves this past year. That's gonna get them on track. Last year was rough.
Is he liking that big city life?
Yeah, he liked it.
He go from
loved
Green
football.
Bay.
Yeah, I know. Nothing there but football.
Yeah.
Then you go to so it's different. It's different. But like you said, both teams do have rich history as far as like
Rich tradition. Yep.
Yeah.
Super Bowl,
So,
national championship.
But yeah, so just on the step to make it, like I said, it's a business. We know that, and he gonna do what he can do. It's unfortunate with Green Bay. They drafted 3 safeties after they drafted him in 23. He actually started 4 games. Did
I
a real
watched
good.
him every game.
Oh, did a real good job.
Yeah.
But
If he hadn't done a good job, he
nobody-
wouldn't be at the
yeah,
Giants.
Exactly. So nobody knows. I
No,
mean,
people don't understand.
it's a business.
He's still in the league,
Absolutely.
and that's a testament.
And that's big.
That he has value, and he's always had that. Have you met him?
Yeah, I actually have.
Yeah. Well, he's probably helped you a lot because he had that
Yeah.
chip on his shoulder too. And I followed him closely when he was with Coach Matt Campbell, who has done a superb job. I just saw an interview with Coach Matt Campbell and what he's done in Ames during this NIL. He has the highest retention of any coach in America of keeping kids out of the portal. Do you know that?
I already know. I follow everything they do.
Exactly.
I'm still in contact with those
Well, you're
guys.
busting
So,
up the set there, brother.
Do you have any
Yeah, I know.
inside? Any inside scoop? You just got back from New York. You went and visited.
inside with
This
New
is
York.
Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We're not going to throw you up, but who's the quarterback in 2025? Who do you, early on? Who do you
For
feel?
Giants?
Yeah,
It's gonna be Russell Wilson.
Jameis doesn't have a shot. Because Bucks fans, we're always rooting for Jameis.
Yeah, I know.
It would be fun to
I
watch.
love
man.
Jameis, but
I love him. He's a great.
I know.
He's funny.
Yeah,
a cool guy.
he's matured so, and he's always had the best smile and the best nature.
Yeah.
He had some things. He was younger, some mistakes we all do, but he's.
Do you
become
guys
just the
think that
best.
his personality has now become almost an Achilles heel for him, as far as people thinking he can be the leader and the guy? But he's good to bring in because he's got experience. But you know,
You were nodding.
he's kind
you
of
were nodding. What do you think?
he's kind of a clown, and I like the guy.
Do you like
He
what
carries.
Shiloh and Shador are doing? Shador's doing drive-throughs in Cleveland. Shiloh's over in Channelside, ingratiating themselves. What do you think about these two? And do you think Shiloh Sanders has a chance to make this roster in 2025?
Nice and loud.
This is the audio clip we're gonna save. I'm kidding.
I think Shiloh. I think he does have a chance.
He's
to
got
make the
some
roster.
talent.
I think
He's
he
got a
does,
ways to
actually.
go.
Yeah, but everything is just work. You keep working, you'll make it.
There you
Simple as
go.
that. That's
Anthony's a prime example of that.
Yes,
No,
sir.
for sure, definitely.
the formula. Just
Well,
work.
gentlemen, I appreciate you coming down. I'm a little disappointed. You said you're gonna bring your daughter down.
She worked out. I worked out yesterday. She ain't. Kids nowadays sleep in the middle of the
You
day.
should see this cat. He posts. I love it, and it's inspirational for me. As soon as I get this all figured out, he does Sunday morning. Well, now that he doesn't, he's got more time. He's doing more than that. Sunday morning workouts. You're sweating like a freaking.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
During the school year and when I was a coach, Fridays is you done. Fridays you done. Saturday was a day just to relax. I didn't even watch film on Saturday.
Mhm.
Sunday morning I get my workout. I watch the other team. I get my stuff together. Go watch the uniform.
That's when you're making about 25 cents an hour.
That's
Can you
it.
imagine?
That's it. 2 cents an hour.
We're gonna get that,
So
coach. We're gonna get that fixed, coach.
Yeah.
We got to get our coaches.
Please
you
do.
know, because the only way we're gonna get the landscape at all level to private schools and funds and stuff like that is to get
Well,
our.
if we're not
coach-
going to get it done, we're sure as hell going to go down fighting.
We're gonna try like
That's it.
that.
As long as I got a microphone in front of me, you know you got some.
My man, I appreciate you. You know that.
All right, Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection live. Come on back. We'll talk. We'll finish baseball. Michael Furs, get your Furs. Michael Lortz, get on over here.
Best
Thank
of
you.
luck
Nice
to you.
meeting you.
Thank you,
Thank
young
you
man,
guys for
very,
having me.
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Appreciate you.
We'll be following you. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you
I'll,
so
I'll give you a
much.
call when we get done with this. Hey, go to the bar and tell her put on my tab.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Enjoy the wings, young man. Hey,
Hey, you
we're,
started.
we're gonna have to get some swag from Rio Grande to put on the set. Yeah, some swag.
You guys started talking about Shador Sanders and all that. I thought we were gonna go into the Shane Gillis ESPYs opening that he did.
Yeah.
What didn't he?
What'd you think of him?
Oh, he's hilarious. I
thought
love
it was
Shane
good.
Gillis. I
You
thought
watch
he was
Tires?
great.
Have you watched Tires
Oh.
on Netflix?
Oh yeah,
Very fun.
but all these whiners, I get so tired of our
The
society.
WNBA joke was
Oh,
hilarious.
my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
all,
is that great?
all the whiners, the woke whiners make me want to puke.
And how about the Heisman joke with OJ?
It's a-
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like, what
he,
are you gonna-
it was
It's a
nice.
freaking comedian,
It was a
Yeah.
throwback to
Lighten it
Norm
up.
Macdonald,
And-
which
and
was a
that
nice
was a
tip
great
of his
thing.
cap.
and everybody was getting roasted. So you know, there you have it.
I was going to ask though. I'm glad Coach just left Northeast.
Coach Davis, you called him Coach.
Coach Healy, because today Coach Healy. But did he coach Augie Sanchez when he played at Northeast? And now I was wondering what he thought
no,
about
no, no,
Augie.
he didn't
back.
coach Augie.
Okay.
Augie was
Yeah.
still at USF, his
USF.
senior year, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Well,
old
listen to Tampa
Augie.
St. Pete Sports Connection. We're live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, and just a day of conversation, a lot of enjoyable conversation. We're going to go back to this Rays and baseball issue, and Michael's going to talk a little bit about his book. In the house is Of course, Michael Lortz, he's the author of what 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Oh, 2021, the book came out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
So, yeah,
I got a
it's-
text from somebody. Hey, there's some clown that wants to promote his book.
Wow.
That's what the text said. Because I get everybody in the world that has the book wants to be on. I've had 25 authors now. I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was the first, right?
You were no,
or
no,
was
no,
Peter
no.
first?
No. Brandy Winans was the first.
Okay.
You
I'm
were
in top five.
You were top 5.
His
All right.
biggest mistake was one time they came to him. They didn't have the name of the author. They just had the name of a book. And he's like, "What's the name of the book?" And they said it's called Shades of Grey. And he's like, "I don't know. Doesn't sound like a sports book." Biggest mistake he's ever made.
And that's our words of wisdom from Ray Kennedy. Of course, he's our newest consistent
Comedian.
addition to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. He's been a contributor in the past, but now beginning on August 26th, we'll be over on the Big 8 AM 820 and hour number 1 from 11 to 12 each and every Saturday during college football. During this 50th anniversary year of the Tampa Bay Bucks, we'll start out with high school scores, the first segment. Then we'll go to college. We'll do UCF live report from Joe Geiger and USF report, touch upon the rest of the college climate, and then we'll go to a Bucks report. And one of the things we're going to do, since it's the 50th anniversary, each week we will have a member of that 1976 team on the air, starting with Barry Smith and his teammates. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And that'll be on sportstalkflorida.com as well.
Consistently covering it all, getting a little bit of knowledge. So even if it's not your exact sport at the moment of the team, we're going to give you a little bit of everything in an entertaining fashion.
In 1 hour.
And we're tying it back to history because there's one thing we have with the 50th anniversary, the Rowdies just finishing, the Bucks coming up. We'll tie it back to a little history. So if nothing else at the end of watching this silly little show, you'll be a little smarter.
Silly little show.
You'll be a little smarter. And I got to ask Michael something. Michael, in writing your book, give us the title of your book one more time.
Title of my book is Curveball at the Crossroads.
Love it.
First time I read it, of course, I'm not a real cerebral and I'm not a real creative guy. I was kind of, and then I read it again.
Oh, I appreciate
Written
that.
it twice.
Awesome.
So,
I'm working on book
Bravo.
2. I'm almost finished with the rough draft of book 2.
Give us a
do
fact.
we have a title?
Not to be revealed yet.
Oh.
So let me finish the rough draft first, and then I'll probably put out the
As long as we
title.
get the exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just going to
absolutely.
say, good job, Ray. We're going to pull that in.
But give me a, because you're obviously a baseball guy.
Sure,
give
sure.
me a baseball fact that you learned.
So,
In writing the
really
book.
cool one ties to St. Pete.
Okay.
So, in my book, my character, Jamark Relaford, he sets a record for most strikeouts in a minor league game.
Right.
And the record I thought the record was 27, I think by a guy by the name of Nisai or something.
Right.
And I think he was in the Pittsburgh organization. He has the record for most strikeouts in a 9-inning game.
Uh-huh.
The record for most strikeouts by a minor league pitcher in any game, extra innings, whatever, was 30 by a guy named Hooks Ayat. And Hooks Ayat struck out.
Is this a
30.
fictional name?
No, this is a real person. It's a real person.
I like it.
Hooks Ayat is a real person, and the Ayat family still lives in St. Pete.
Yes.
And Hooks struck out 30 people in a 15-inning game in 1941 or 42 in Class D League in some Arkansas league.
Did you know this, Ben?
I did not know
You're
this.
you're the historian.
And so here's the awesome hook here. Hooks, the Ayat family moved to St. Pete when Hooks Ayat played for the St. Pete Saints in the 1950s. They stayed here. Hooks retired. He had a cup of coffee with the New York Giants, cup of coffee with St. Louis Browns. Didn't do much at the major league level. They came back to St. Pete, or they stayed in St. Pete. The Ayat family still here in St. Pete. And they made friends with another author along the way. And Hooks Ayat used to go fishing with another author who made his name with a house in Key West named Ernest Hemingway.
Get up.
Really?
door.
Yes. That's a true story
You're
from
only
the
going
Ayat
to get
family.
that on the Tampa St. Pete Sports
That is
Connection.
a true
I asked
story.
that. I asked that question.
True
Yeah,
story
yeah.
from the Ayat family themselves, because I gave them
I
a
got
copy of my book.
historians everywhere. Baseball, Ben Botham, responsible for the Negro League Savannah Museum. You did that as your project, right?
Yeah,
Bananas.
up at the Ralph Mark Gilbert Civil Rights Museum and the Beach Institute, both two pretty cool places up there. You can go see it.
And of course, Ray can give. He's our Dixie Hollins High School historian, and Ben Botham is. I'm sorry, and Joe Geiger is our Boca Ciega
Our
historian.
UCF guy too. But what Does Boca Ciega, were you ever offended by people calling you Bogey?
No, that's what a lot of people call them.
Okay, because Mike, you
Yeah.
apologized last week. Joe wasn't here, but you said Bogey. He said, I always say Bogey. I've always called it Bogey, and that was since the 60s. So I figured.
Terms of endearment.
Well, that's if those schools are still there.
How do people
Coming up
find this
soon.
book
That's
before
true.
we don't?
It's
let you
everywhere.
do your
It's
promo?
it's every local bookstore from Spring Hill down to Sarasota. I'm in every local bookstore. You can also look it up on Barnes and Noble and order it. You can also look it up on Amazon if you want to endorse somebody who wants to go to the moon and sell books and put local bookstores out of business. But go to your local bookstore. If they don't have it on the shelf, they can order it.
You're listening to Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection live from Ferg's Sports Bar and Grill, and it is the 19th of July. This freaking summer is blown by. Just asked Ben Botham, who has to go back to work
Yeah.
on August 1st, and just asked Joe Geiger, who has to go over to UCF and get settled in. When do your classes start, young man?
August 18th.
Damn. And the old man will still be here fumbling, bumbling, and stumbling and having a lot of fun with Ray Kennedy. Speaking of fun, guys, look behind you on that screen. Everybody weep for a minute to the greatest baseball
Sandlot.
movie in the
The
history.
best.
Whoa.
Sandlot.
The greatest?
The greatest by
The
far.
Rocket. The Rocket.
Emotional equity
No.
pulls you in.
Top five. Yeah.
Greatest.
Yeah.
Okay, now
5-star plus.
Okay, Mount Rushmore baseball movies, whatever.
Number
way, who
one.
starts?
No.
Okay, that's your one. What's your one?
Field of Dreams.
Oh, I'm from Iowa. I should believe that, but I still.
So the
All right,
weird thing
Mike.
about Field of Dreams is I need to
Okay,
read the book,
1A and 1B.
which is totally different.
1A and 1B.
I don't. That's not even in my
Okay,
top
1A, 1B.
3.
Whoa, that's
What?
blasphemy.
Major League is
Yeah,
number
Major
2.
League's my favorite.
Oh,
Over Sandlot?
Yes.
And then-
Almost
and-
Major League One for adults and Sandlot for kids. I mean, you're
No.
pulling at two different
Well, I
streams,
do have the
but that's
mentality of a kid. You're right.
but that's my 1 and 2. I would say that's a fair 1 and 2.
What's the common denominator, Sandlot and Field of Dreams?
or James Earl Jones. Let me tell you,
Exactly.
in Sandlot, when James Earl Jones goes, "You're talking about babes," or what was it? What does he
I'm
call it?
watching
Baby?
him right now. It's
Yeah.
exactly what he's talking about right
When
now.
he says
Yeah.
that, you realize he played with Babe Ruth, and you go back in it with talking about the Negro Leagues and have the fact he played with him, and it kind of goes that narrative in that
God,
movie.
Ben Botham
You know,
disappointed.
That might be my
League of-
1-1, Mike.
League of Our Own is better than that movie.
Oh, no, no.
What?
Oh,
I like
well, where's-
Moneyball.
Oh
Ooh,
my
I-
God.
no,
That
don't
is
get me
the
started.
Give me the
worst.
Rays.
Don't get
The
started on
worst
Moneyball.
movie.
How about
That-
The Natural?
The
The Nationals.
That
the
was
big
a
problem with
bad
Moneyball
movie.
is Zito, Mulder, and Hudson don't exist in the movie. Like if you're gonna put a 3 Cy Young candidates out of the movie, it to me they picked
Lost
and
his
choose what they
credibility?
wanted. Yeah,
Not-
they lost their credibility.
It's
Anyway,
not,
great book though.
it's not his daughter singing that he's a loser at the end of the movie to wrap it all up. Like
Yeah, you're a loser,
I
baby.
hated the movie the entire
You hated
time.
Moneyball?
It was atrocious.
The book is
Ben takes it
phenomenal.
too personally.
I-
Because it's too much like the Rays and the team that he's going to stop.
And then
rooting
it's like,
for.
my dad's a loser. My dad's a loser. And,
And
then
did they
he's
even-
like crying. And I'm like,
Did they even
What?
mention Miguel Tejada in the whole movie?
I don't think so.
I think no.
I don't remember.
I mean, I
They
think
did
Eric
mention-
Chavez is mentioned.
They
and I don't think-
mentioned Rays legend Carlos Pena though.
Sure.
They
That's
did-
what
they
matters.
did do
like
that.
anybody who was a scrub, they mentioned.
Well, because they didn't have any. They
Whoa.
didn't have any copyrights toward their name.
Good point.
What about
That's
Bull
the reason
Durham?
why.
Yeah,
What
good
about Bull
point.
Durham? Bull Durham's a
I-
better movie
I
than
like-
that.
Durham.
Bull Durham's a great movie.
Bull
Bull
Durham's better than.
Sandlot's not in the top 5.
Oh,
Okay,
Ben.
let's just go
Sorry.
top of all time. Your favorite?
Mine's Major League.
Come back to me.
I'm going to go with the Sandlot. Oh, just a hair over Major League.
My man.
I've already put out a bunch, but I'm just going to throw out the Bench Warmers.
Benchwarmers is
Bench Warmers is a
Number one.
spectacular
I don't think
movie.
it's better than
It's
That's
better
one of
than the
Oh,
Sandlot.
Is that the
my
one with Napoleon
God.
Dynamite?
Yeah.
Yeah. Invented the term the sword,
It's a
which
good
Pitching
movie.
Ninja has
Yeah.
used, repeatedly. Is it's not a sword.
I tipped it.
Look at that movie. The history. They're showing the Bronx Bomber.
There was a
I got
movie-
one.
It's Yankees
I got
history.
one.
What?
Bad News Bears. That
Oh,
was one of the best.
Mute your own mic.
Come on, that movie got me through puberty. And that was a long
Bad
time ago.
News
You
Bears.
know what though? I
Ben, Google what Google says.
Ben, is
What's
Bad
the
News-
top
yeah,
5
ask AI.
of all
so
time?
somebody had a TikTok or something, and their number one was a movie I'd never heard of. And
There's
it was a small budget baseball movie that I'd never heard of.
Mr. 3000. It was Tom Hanks, and he was going for the home run.
That wasn't top.
Don't
No, that
even
was
bring that into the conversation.
Bingo Long and the Traveling All Stars and Motor Kings.
That's another good one.
Is that a bicycle gang or an
We
actual
di-
movie?
we digress.
Yeah, it's a
That's
movie
another
about
I
James Earl
wish
Jones
I would have
movie.
never brought up
James,
Sandlot.
James Earl Jones, Mike.
And Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great one.
Sandlot.
You know what's another good one?
I-
42 was really good. Oh, if you want to do nonfiction
Oh,
or
we can
fiction.
go to the top 50 if you
So,
keep this up.
I have AI. AI has
AI knows
answered.
the answer.
It
Oh,
answered
what's
everything.
AI
Let
say?
everybody
AI.
quiet down.
So the AI overview, the five of the best baseball movies are Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, The Natural, Moneyball, and A League of Their Own.
Oh my God! No Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Top five.
No Sandlot.
Where's
in the
Sandlot?
top five. It's not in the top five according to AI.
No
So-
Walter Matthau? No bad News
AI doesn't
Bears?
know jack.
AI.
So the natural's
Top five?
completely. The
AI is
natural's
woke.
overrated.
Okay,
Where's
but-
Sandlot at?
So
AI
Sandlot's
is
not
woke.
on there, but they also are giving me a second top five based off of other sources, and it's saying that
sensibility.
Bad News Bears is number one, Bull Durham number two, The Natural number three, Field of Dreams number four,
Sandlot 5.
and Moneyball number five.
How's
No
Moneyball?
Sandlot in the top five ever.
No, AI's dumb. That's
Yeah.
why AI is not going to rule the world.
Yeah, 1, 2,
Not as
3,
long as I'm
4.
along.
No, because we'll be in the movie theater watching Sandlot
I'll
while
be in
AI
the
is ruling
dirt.
the world. But the natural is overrated because the first 95% of the movie is boring.
Well, you're
The-
building
the
up the
fi-
character.
Right, but
Yeah.
the final 10 minutes is some of the best cinematic baseball
It is.
ever.
Yeah.
But the buildup is just like, all right, what's Kim Basinger here for? Like, okay, great, wonderful.
Well, it's kind of like baseball. Baseball's boring
Oh,
sometimes.
you know what?
The
Have you
dark
seen
owner
EFIS?
in the outfield office.
Have you seen
Yeah.
EFIS?
EFIS? No, I haven't seen that yet.
What
the
I
hell is
heard it
EFIS?
was
We're
supposed
going
to
to
be
argue
good.
about
Is
this.
that another
I heard it
baseball
was supposed
movie?
to be
No,
good.
it's trash.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was so boring. It was like
EFIS. It's a baseball movie.
yeah, it's
EFIS?
it's an independent film called EFIS.
Mhm.
It takes place in like
There's the problem.
Massachusetts.
Independent film.
No, it's just some independent films
some
are really
creative,
good.
Some creative kooks.
But it was about just these two teams from like Massachusetts that get together, and it's an adult league, and they just play. And they're closing down the field to build
Sounds riveting.
another school. It was so boring.
Exactly.
Like
Why are you even talking about it?
I'm giving it its
Well,
5 minutes.
it was supposed to be a good movie. Like I
Giving it
remember
its
seeing the
last
previews
rites.
for it.
It took first
Yeah.
place at Sundance.
It's dead in our future conversations.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It was
Mike Ephus will get more mention than Ephus. Okay, so
All right. So as we look at this weekend with the Orioles, we'll start with Joe, and then with White Sox. Do you think that these first two series are critical relative to momentum going to the rest? Because now we start counting how many games are left.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. I mean, these are two winnable series to come out, and then we have, I believe, the Yankees and then the Dodgers, two very tough series. So this,
But that's when we play well.
this
well, the
Uh,
Reds actually. The Reds are next week.
Reds and then
Yeah.
then the Dodgers. But yeah, we got to win the series against the Orioles. Got to play good against the White Sox. Kind of gain our ground again, our traction, and then maybe get a shot at a division race. If not, stay in the wild card.
And mostly because of how they performed against sub 500 teams before the break. But yeah, and I want to go ahead and I'll mention with my baseball second on the way out here, next Friday night during the Happy Gilmore 2 watch party, the Reds will also be playing against the Rays will be playing at Cincinnati against the Reds. So you're coming down here, you're going to do the putt tournament, you're going to get some games, prizes, win some food, watch the movie, and also keep an eye on the Rays game against the Reds next Friday night.
Hey, I got to tell you guys, as I try to develop this into one of the best productions in the greater Tampa St. Pete area, I've hired a very, very overpriced consultant named Alan McIntosh and Mac down here.
Yes.
And he says, he just sent a text, Ray Kennedy, if you pull that mic any more different directions, because it's just going out into the air.
They can hear it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's going to chastise you. It's
Sorry.
microphone one-on-one. Guy that's been on the radio for 100 years. I
These
can
are
understand Michael Lortz.
new fancy mics. We got time.
Well, the big budget will have where we're gonna have the pull downs and the protecting screens right now.
There-
I'm just-
But that we got you the pull. I got you the pull down. And anyway,
there's supposed to be
I
no
digress.
there's supposed to be no sound in the room either.
Oh, it's the
We're-
cone,
we're doing
the cone
okay.
of silence.
Yeah,
Hey,
Exactly.
the cone of silence.
Mike, what are your thoughts on
Inspector
this series
Gadget.
coming out here? Game 2 tonight
the,
versus the Orioles.
the
at the
series and the importance of them.
I mean, yeah, we just got to keep good momentum coming out of the break. Keep the bats going. The pitching is going to be there. But yeah, the break gave us that time to kind of pause and say, all right, we had that great run in June, and
what kind of team are we?
limped
Right? What kind of team are we? That's what
I like to
they don't know
think.
yet.
I like to think we're a 90-win team,
Yeah.
which is a strong playoff team. I like, we didn't talk about the fact that Steinbrenner Field will be hosting playoffs possibly,
Playoffs.
which is a whole weird conversation. But
We can run over it. We're
Two
streaming.
words:
Go ahead, Mike.
electric factory.
I mean,
can't
I don't
wait.
know how much time we have, but yeah, that's going to be a weird situation. But I think we're a 90-win team, and we'll
Nice.
get there eventually.
And this voice of optimism lately. You're going to continue?
I think the future's bright right now for the Rays. I do think that, today or yesterday was a really great sign, seeing that we could put up some run support, which it's beautiful. If we can't do that for the remainder of the season, we don't have a team. It's over before we even get there.
Right.
So I'm excited to see some life back. I'd love to see us maybe pick up or find somebody that can do something in the closing department for us. I doubt it, but maybe somebody steps
The
up and helps
bullpen
us out.
during that stretch where the Rays in July, the bullpen.
Yeah,
I mean, not saying because you're gonna blow a lead, but they blew
a lot.
7-8 games where we had
that
leads.
stretch in June.
Yeah.
When
And
we
I
had
kept
leads in the
thinking-
late inning that we didn't hold.
And Littell gets the full game. I'm thinking this year Kevin Cash is really leaning on his pen. Maybe they're changing the way the sausage is made. No, it's just they were relying on their starters because that pen was in such disrepair.
Okay, so Sugar Shane return. That's another thing of enthusiasm and energy. Do you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't think he had. From what I've heard, he didn't make it out of the first inning yesterday in Durham. Is what I saw.
He got whacked pretty hard.
So I don't know if it was he's just not throwing full velocity yet, but it's going to be a while, I still think, before
Mid-August and still looks
before-
right.
Hey, a couple
that?
couple of things. A little light humor. You guys realize that in maybe 2026 that baseball Ben Botham will probably be in the farm system of the Tampa Bay Rays
Yes.
because I watched the rookie the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And I figure, he's a high school coach. He's 27 years old on August 31st.
Mhm.
He's got a lot of juice still in the tank. There aren't very many submariners
I
out
mean,
there.
we need a bullpen on.
Right, exactly. Good job.
I'll work for below league minimum
Yeah, like nothing.
during the late league lockout.
So the Seminole Warhawk kids that are listening to their coach, you've got to win the district.
Scab.
I'm okay with it.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
his
care.
opportunity.
If it gets me to the show, I'll
2026.
Awesome.
Yeah, they go on strike.
Oh,
and you're a scab.
I'll be knocking on the door. Hello. Anybody there?
Wasn't there? There was a couple of guys that made it from the '95 scab era that ended up I think Rick
And
Reed from the
NFL
Mets
and
was one of them.
MLB.
Hey,
Yep.
I better
Yeah.
start like going crazy right now.
Start working out, bro. Well,
Yeah.
of course, he's going to start his new social media following. So we'll get a lot of people out there when he has his cruise into Cooperstown later this week. And
I'm
we'll,
probably gonna drop 30 pounds.
you'll be coordinating
When he
with
gives us
Joe.
a 4 a.m. update that some homeless guy is knocking on his car window in Walmart.
My
Don't
car
forget-
won't start. What's going on?
Don't forget the GoFundMe for Ben Botham. We'll have it up on my Facebook page
Yeah.
later. Every
I'll
dollar
give you my
counts.
Venmo.
Your Venmo.
My
For
Venmo. My
Venmo.
Benmo, I like
Venmo
that.
for Venmo.
Venmo.
There you
that
go.
that
Hey, we-
should have been my username.
I think we're going to increase followers a lot before you leave us here, Joe, with this piece. A couple of things, reminder, and then I got to give an update on the Open Championship. John Rager is not going to be able to join us today, and we're running over. We're on FloridaSportsStreams.com, on the Radio St.Pete.com platform, and streaming live video.
Live from down here at the world famous Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, where next Friday night's Happy Gilmore 2 watch party is. It's down on Central Avenue, just below 16th Street in the Edge District of St. Pete. There.
Okay, so shift gears real quick.
Can I give a shout out to something too?
a lot of things?
The Beach Theater has reopened for the
Oh,
first time.
tell
in
this
over a
story. We
decade.
got time. I want you.
Yes.
We're on
Yeah.
RadioSt.Pete.com that likes to give back to the community. I want you to share the entire story, family history.
Mhm. So when my family first got down here, my grandfather and my grandmother moved down. My grandfather had always worked in theaters and movies and stuff growing up. And when he came down here, he actually became, the story's a little
This is Grandpa
confusing,
Botham.
whether or not, Gordon, everyone called him Butch. And he ended up running the Beach Theater from the 60s and the 70s. And so yesterday was the grand opening
Yes.
of the Beach Theater. They're doing it again today. and I believe tomorrow and maybe one other day where they're going to be showing a documentary
I saw that.
on the rebuilding and the process that it took to get the Beach Theater back up and running again. So it was really cool. I strongly encourage everyone to go out there and support. It's a wonderful family doing great stuff. Not only movies, like they're going to be showing Summer Rental, which was filmed here
In
and
that
filmed
theater.
at the theater.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the theater scene. In the theater, they're going to see the movie that she has to borrow the money to get into the theater.
Yep.
Was at the Beach Theater. And by the way, growing up, my name was Butch too. We got to talk about that later.
Hey, tell your dad's personal story, because that's pretty
Oh,
cool
yeah.
for a kid growing up.
So my dad, my dad and his brother Scott,
Kevin,
my dad Kevin, yes, he would come to the theater and he'd sweep up after the movies and everything, and my grandfather would pay them in popcorn and candy.
That's
so
awesome.
we all have a very fond memory of this place. I
That's
finally
movie
got
material.
to experience
That
it.
is.
So I'm very, very grateful of the family that now owns it, opening up the place again, making it a community spot again. So everybody go out there and support that if you can.
hey, you know what? I have an idea, and I know the owner. I think we should do a remote from there.
Oh, it'd be
I'm
awesome.
That'd be
serious.
pretty cool.
It'd be
very
real cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's still
We'll bring you across the bay if the guys still want to talk to you after today.
we'll
I'd
let
love
him
to be
back
there.
in. He
We'll
admits
fly
the
Ben
Rays are
Botham in
coming
from
back.
Orlando to help me with the board.
Bring Joe in from Orlando, but yeah,
I'm
Ben-
not Joe. Sorry.
he keeps looking at his phone. He won't.
Well,
stay
I
off
think
his Tinder
Ben's
page.
going to try to
He's
go to
making
UCF
plans.
and pitch a little bit, warm up.
Well, that's where Ben's going to go do is you're going to get your arm, in condition a little bit. 'Cause
Correct.
I
Yeah, I'm
don't wanna
gonna
throw you
sneak
out
in.
in the barnstorming tour until you're ready.
So today down here at Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, of course, at 5:00 is your alma mater has a
Coach Healy.
alumni
Dixie
party
Hollins,
down
Hollins
here.
High down here. How many 37, 38 years Coach Healy was? But yeah, I remember
Dixie Hollins Royals, and they were the Rebels.
Yeah, and I remember the first time I played football for 2 years, and I went out for wrestling, and I kind of knew where I stayed in my lane. But I'm like, the open tryouts for basketball, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I can do this because I'm a jock. I didn't play much basketball. Coach start going doing right-handed layups, right-hand layup, right-hand layup, right. I'm gonna make this team.
Got
All
no
right.
left. Got no left.
Switch it to the left side. I went, okay, I'm going back to the football field. Coach Healy was like, stay in your lane, Ray.
Go
You're
back to
good.
the wrestling match and
You're
get your face smashed into the mat.
Man, you got a face.
That's where
for
real men are
radio.
made. In wrestling.
Ain't getting me wrestling.
No, that's another story.
Not with those
Another
sexy
day.
ears. You're not.
Yeah, I don't want cauliflower here.
Cauliflowers. Hey, let me shift gears a little bit on the T Florida. Of course, you can hear every Thursday from 6 to 8 live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill on 19th Hole Clubhouse Studios, where we changed to a different format, and we're on the Big 8 AM 820. It's myself, John Rager, of course, Bill Butner. He's a PGA professional, 15 years. He's over at St. Pete Country Club. He built the Eckerd College program, and he as well still doing a lot of education where anybody from the Pee Wees to Preps to Pros. I love the cat. And then we got John Rager up there, and then a cast of characters, and I'm the head of the Hack Nation. Ben, can you pull up real quick for me the Open Championship
Ben's over here.
leaderboard? I lost that. I
Why
mean,
is it not on here?
Joe.
Oh, you were talking about Eckerd College though. At Eckerd College right now, there's a tournament. American Legion baseball is going on right now.
Oh, I want to get Coach Miller on, or you can get us a team.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the
I heard
guys
they're in the
out.
championship.
Yeah, championship, and I believe the state championship is actually going to be held at Jack Russell Stadium. So go on out there and
Oh,
check
really?
that out. Yeah, after they're done here at Eckerd.
What am I looking for here?
Open Championship.
leadership
I'll read
board.
it. I just want you to pull it up for me.
I can't even see my phone.
Where's your spec? That's the only thing that my old carcass. All right, here we are. It's the Open Championship, and it's over in Northern Ireland on the island, of course, home of Roy McIlroy, the number 2 golfer in the world. But I always loved these events, and I pull for the red, white, and blue. And on top of the leaderboard is the world number 1
Scheffler.
from Texas, and they call him String Bean. We've talked to his youth coach many times on the T Florida. But Scotty Scheffler right now is sitting on top at 13 under. Matt Fitzpatrick sitting in second. He's a hometown favorite. And Rory McIlroy, of course, everybody in Hollywood, Ireland knows him and loves him. Every time he walks, you got 100,000 people screaming for him. Xander Schauffele, there's some more red, white, and blue. So that's the leaderboard. I'm sleep deprived. sleep deprivation has kicked in because they
Is it time for your nap?
well, they
We
start
were watching that
broadcasting.
this morning. at
They started
3,
broadcasting at 1:10
What?
Thursday and Friday because there's 156 players.
right?
And NBC, this is a great factoid. We had someone on the show. When NBC has it, they make certain in their broadcast that go all day long in USA and Peacock, and then they convert over to the NBC. Every player gets at least one screenshot
Wow.
of them participating. Now, half of them, get 100 of them get cut.
Sure.
There's only 56 continuing, but anyway, a lot of sleep deprivation. Before we go, any further thoughts for the weekend?
Are we gonna have any of our on the tee crew down here next
The
Friday night?
entire team,
Okay.
and I got a lot of people coming, and we'll have a youth movement. We got extra
Yes.
college golfers coming. We're gonna have long drive contests. We'll let Ben participate. You need
Well,
to come over
I won't
next
be
Friday.
here.
It's gonna be a
Ben's
party.
gonna be.
Oh,
on-
you're gonna be on the Cooperstown cruise.
Yeah,
be
I'm
in
going to be
Cooperstown.
calling.
I am
in.
dead serious on the air saying this. I want you to coordinate every day. You provide some content on the way up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show us the fine rest stops and the
Okay.
Walmarts that you're sleeping in.
Bathroom reviews.
Yes,
Love
exactly.
it. Love it.
I'll give him the Instagram password. It could be a Ben Botham takeover.
I'll
love
just
it.
send
He
it. I'll
doesn't do
send it to
social
you.
media. He doesn't do social media.
I'll send you 4 hours of me just driving on the
Yeah,
highway.
that'd be interesting.
That would be so good.
So, any other closing statements there, Ray Kennedy?
I do not. Just thanks for
How do
listening
people
today.
find you every day with your great
Cup of Ray,
content?
of course, in the Sports Web, of course, right here on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. I'm going to be down here next Friday night because it's going to be a party everywhere in here. And again, you come down here, watch the Rays Reds, come down here, watch the movie premiere of Happy Gilmore 2.
Tonight,
Just
7:05, Orioles.
Orioles Rays tonight, game 2, going for the sweep. Let's get tonight, and we'll work on 3 tomorrow.
And my man Max listening. Always live artist, if I could speak, down here at Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. We don't have baseball. We got music, and we've got the king of taking care of music and the audio man, and that's our man, Madman Mac. Michael, thanks
So-
for coming across the bridge, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Did
Always
you
a
time
pleasure.
it so we can figure out, the discrepancies of fans going between the two?
Well, it takes. I'm on the very west side of Tampa. I'm on the West Shore area,
Oh,
so
you
it doesn't
don't
take me.
count.
Doesn't take me. But I still get stuck in that traffic on Gandy. I still get stuck in that traffic when all the Gandy plus that extensions all coming into 275 at the same spot. Whoever said that 90-mile-an-hour traffic should merge with 80-mile-an-hour traffic on the left lane on 275 is an
Especially in Florida.
absolute idiot. But anyway,
Wait, do you take the express lane when you come over?
no, but that
Oh, okay.
expressway goes into 275 and around
Yeah, it
Gandy,
does.
and those people are flying,
Yeah.
trying to merge onto 275, and you're in the left lane on 275, and you got to look and like over your left shoulder that somebody's flying right into. It's just nuts.
And we're the po people. We don't have the money for express lane. So
Yeah,
you try
you
to
know.
jump in front of me, I'm gonna work you into the grass.
Yeah, and at that speed, you're talking some NASCAR bumping here.
It's not bumping, it's rubbing.
You got any positive input
some
before you?
trading paint. Anyway, I will be tomorrow. I have a book signing not too far from here. Book signing at Grand Central Brew House,
Right up the road.
right up the
Yes.
road. I will be there from 2 to 5
If
with.
you're asking, drive across the bridge to do some book signing, you can
You
keep
come
coming
for
to
a
Rays
Rays
games.
games.
Right,
Oh,
Ben?
absolutely. So I will be there
Exactly.
tomorrow from 2 to 5, Grand Central Brewing, doing a book signing. It's myself and a bunch of other great authors. We got some sci-fi, we got some horror, we got some nonfiction, weird and wacky stuff. We got some
Nice.
children's books, we got some romance novelists, and you get some good beer and you support some local businesses.
Bravo, my man.
That's nice.
Ben Botham,
Long live the old gray lady.
There you go.
Joe Geiger. Is it good to be back from Anchorage? And give us a quick snapshot on that trip.
Oh, Anchorage, super nice. Alaska, just very beautiful. The last frontier. If you want to see pictures, go check out my Instagram. I put a
20
bunch
years
of them.
old, and he's already been on an Anchorage cruise. I'm freaking 48 years older than this kid, and that's one of my bucket lists.
Yeah, my wife wants to do that for my retirement next June because I'm retiring from
Well, here's the man to
but
talk to.
I'd
And
recommend it. It's
and,
pretty
and,
cool.
and Ben's going to
This time of
Cooperstown.
year
He's
too,
got to
right?
talk to.
That's awesome.
He's got to talk to Joe.
I love Ben's drive though. Ben's doing it the old-fashioned way.
This is
Oh,
gonna be great.
I'm a big
Stay
road
tuned.
trip guy. I
So,
love
yeah.
road trips.
In fact, I'm gonna have to come up with we're gonna have to get a map of the United States, and we'll have little pin drops from
I'm serious.
the Walmart that
We-
Ben slept in
last
last night.
scene. the
I'm
last
dead
scene
serious.
is
We
awesome.
need followers. We need content. This is going to be
We're gonna
great.
need a
There you go.
location on them,
What's
just
it called?
in
again?
case.
Yeah, it's called Ben's
Cruising to Cooperstown.
cruising to
With
Cooperstown.
baseball,
Oh, yeah.
Ben
Oh,
Botham.
I could
Why,
go
why
with
is
you,
Ben's
man.
phone in a forest?
Dude, if I go, we could make a Thelma and Louise. I could do it. We could do
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Hey, maybe I
You'd
could
be in
stop and
jail.
see- I
You'd
could
be in
stop
jail
and
if
see
you
the game.
went.
You're definitely.
He invited me. My old carcass can't roll.
Yeah, Joe, you
this
want
now.
you want to come with me?
Wait, they get invites, but you don't look at me.
All right, Ray, you want to come with too?
I don't know if my mom would be okay with me
I
sleeping
have to
in your
make it.
car.
Wow. I have to be here for the Happy Gilmore 2 party.
Yeah,
That's right.
Here at the world famous Ferg's
All
Sports Bar and
right.
Grill.
I'm Mike Rickard for
In
Ray
the end.
Kennedy, Ben Botham, Joe Geiger, Michael Lord, Sean Davis, and of course Joe Bedreau on the controls, probably just shaking his head listening to this production today on radio.stpete.com and Florida Sports Streams. Thanking you for listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, wishing you and your families fabulous weekend. God bless you. God bless America. And as always, be sure to have a championship week.